So, hello, this is Jake Light, gaming lawyer at your service. We're back again with some Ace Attorney. Yes, gonna continue with what, I think we haven't finished the case. I think we did all the flashback, and now we are at the present or something. So I guess only after years and years can we solve it and find out who the killer is and all that. Is it? I don't know. Let's just continue. Let's continue. See what's up. Alright. I just had some really spicy stuff. Hopefully that doesn't destroy my throat or anything like that. As I try to do the voices. Anyway, April 2nd, 10:15 AM, Zodiac Hall, Fountain Room. Whoa, went deep on that one. Sorry, sorry, Mouserino. Didn't mean to bend your ear for so long. Yeah, that was like, what, 4 hours? I had no idea that was how it all came about. I read the files. They don't go into anywhere near that level of detail. I'll bet they paint things in such a much rosier light for the prosecution too. Von Karma was the one in charge after all. What happened with the case after that? Well, what with the ice sculptures vanishing from the victim's room, things hit a bit of a rough patch. So rough, in fact, that it took a full year before they could even reach a verdict in the trial. A year? I mean, that's probably normal for a trial, but probably for this kind of like complicated one probably would take longer, not a year. This was back before they brought in the whole initial trial thing. You didn't have to finish up in double quick time like you do nowadays. Oh, it wasn't used to be like that? 1 day trial? Or 3 day trials? Like, let's say you can't finish it, continue investigating. Which doesn't make sense because, you know, when you're ready for a trial, everyone should be ready and all the evidence and whatever witness you have to talk to has already been done, so there shouldn't be like, oh, we do the trial and found out, oh, not enough investigation was done, so we have to postpone the trial. That's not how it works. Anyways, I see. Did they ever find out how the victim's creations managed to just disappear? Well, they were sorbets or frozen desserts, whatever you want to call them. Ice, in other words. That's not how it works. No, it's never how it works. Like, there's probably investigations you have to do at least for the police, alright? For the police, you have to do investigations depending on the level of complexity. Yes, there's a time limit for someone to be only for someone, the suspect, to be like, you know, locked up in a jail cell. That's only because, you know, to prevent him from running away from the suspect, from the person from like running away, escaping law enforcement or whatever. That's not because like, oh, he's definitely going. This person is definitely going to be charged, so we keep them in jail. For that reason, no, you just keep them in jail because you don't want them to like destroy evidence, escape, whatever. For the investigation, specifically police investigations, there's no time limit. There's no time limit. You can do as much as you want, take however long as you want. And after you're done investigating, then you pass all the evidence or whatever files to the prosecutor, and the prosecutor will decide whether to charge the person. Okay. So there's that. When you charge the person, then the accused will have a chance to, well, you know, plead guilty or not guilty and all that. If they were to want to be out of jail, you know, jail and prison is different. So they are not in prison yet until they are convicted. So they're only in jail for until whatever time, whether they have been convicted or trial begins and completed, and they're sentenced to whether they are guilty or not guilty. So yeah, like other than that, if the offense is a criminal offense, it's like a bailable one where you can pay money to the court system, then you can get out of the jail for the time being while you are charged of a criminal offense and all that stuff. But more or less, there's no time limit, because you know, in reality, there's shit tons of cases that courts have to deal with. So it's a matter of just like, you have to wait for your turn, and waiting for your turn with like probably, if let's say probably a few hundreds, if not thousands, cases will be like piling up on courts. So yeah, you have to wait a long time until it's your turn. But anyhow, I'm wasting a lot of time. Let's continue. And if it's made of ice, it can melt, which is exactly what they concluded must have happened. But there's a chance that wasn't how things actually went down. What do you mean? So this place is a gallery these days, but back then, it was Samson Tangaroa's place, yeah? Indeed, and the site of the IS-7 incident. Well, what is Frost's ice sculptures are suddenly back on display? 18 years of that fateful day. The very sculptures the victim made. Who knows? Could be they're just modeled on the originals. I figured it was worth coming down for a little look-see just in case. Seemed like the least I could do for the poor old Gregory. Well, alrighty then, let's go take a look at this icy marvels, shall we, kiddo? Totally should have mentioned your dead father. I believe they're on display in the Winter Wing, as it's very snazzily known. So, Winter Wing. Is that gonna be another dead person? Yeah. Huh? I don't believe it. It's locked. Gary's open for business, but Winter Wonder Wing's off limits. What gives? Fender. Perhaps you should look more closely at the pamphlet we were given. Winter Wing is over there. We have a pamphlet. It is freaky. Could have sworn it was this one. Is there some sort of plot relating to this? Anyhow. Prosecutor Manfred von Karma, defense attorney Gregory Edgeworth. Body of the victim, Artie Frost, was found hidden in a chocolate chest made by blah 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 blah. Victim died from blood loss after being struck on the head with a rock salt lamp. Suspect was found guilty of the crime as its main perpetrator and subsequently imprisoned. Oh. Well, his dad lost, apparently. I was thinking like, you know, you have, in reality, if you really can't prove without reasonable doubt, beyond reasonable doubt, that the accused is of, you know, definitely guilty, and you can't just simply like, oh, circumstantial evidence kind of points at, but then if there are evidence that says, you know, throws doubts, you know, throws reasonable doubts into the case, you can't just like, yep, not enough evidence, So, but we'll still consider the suspect, the killer, the guilty. But that's how an Ace Attorney is. If you don't have enough, if the defense doesn't have like absolute, impossible, impenetrable evidence that says the accused is not guilty, then he's guilty, unfortunately. That's how this game is, I guess. Anyhow, autumn wing, winter wing, summer wing, spring wing. I see. And then there's, what the hell is this? Each room is kept at a specific temperature to reflect the season it represents. Uh-huh. I guess. Anyhow, shall we? Time to dive on in and see what we should have seen 18 years ago. No. It's that guy. His name is like Do It, right? Or something. And then who's that kid? Don't know. Has horns. I see they're still keeping it chilly as heck in these rooms. I'm about to turn into a popsicle stick. It is the winter wing. No, but you're right. It's like a freezer in here. It could be a trick of the light, but it feels like the whole room is made of ice. Wait a moment. The temperature control... The temperature controls will be somewhere at the back there, if memory serves. Hey, Monster, can you go peep the degree count? Monster? I'm thinking a complaint to management is in order. There is such a thing as too cold, yeah? Alright, if you insist. Take your time, nosy around and take in the sights while you're at it. I've got a camera I need to prep for action. Feel like your pop might appreciate a picture of all this. I'll put it on his grave so he can have a gander. Of course. Alright, let's talk to the couple. Oops. Serena, mind if I ask you something? Of course, assuming it's something I can help with. I was wondering, do you think we're allowed to take pics in here? Well, we didn't check. Well, I don't see any signs and we weren't told not to. So I suppose it's probably okay. Good, cause even if it wasn't, I was planning to grab my shots anyway. Gregory always wanted to see the place, and what Gregory wants, Gregory gets. My father, what would he have noticed if he were here? Perhaps he had the chance to see it. A trial might have. No, it's happened. Talk to them. There's an enormous block of ice on display here. There's some explanatory text engraved in it. Castor and Pollux. Every year in December, countless shooting stars can be seen emanating from this constellation. Oh, the mask! Oh yeah, sorry, it's not Do It. So then, the mask needs to... Yeah, and then I... Okay, I wish this two would stop talking so loudly. It's difficult to concentrate. Never mind, I'll just go take a look at some other exhibit. Okay. There are two large ice statues on display here. Yes, these are remakes of Roth's work from 18 years back. Feel like catching stuff. Ice sculpture's a heck of an art form, huh? It is. These are the works my father never got to see. The thing that I get to see them instead, so many years later. Sorry to butt in while you're deep in a think hole, Milester. But would you mind looking this way a sec? This way? Beautiful, yeah, just like that. Vander, really? Say cheese! Oh, is something important? This picture taken? Please don't do that again. I don't like having my picture taken. My bad, big guy. My bad. Had to check if this other thing was still working is all. Now that you mention it, your camera does look rather ancient. Yep, vintage model. You ever hear of an instant camera? Develops the picture right after you take the shot. Still twists my noggin trying to think how it works. Oh, it's all chemical. You know, light and chemical conversion. I don't know, I'm not the scientist. I know what an instant camera is, although I've never used one. Should've known Mr. Know-It-All would know it all. You really are your father's son. Alright, step aside. I need to get some good shots of a room here. Okay. Just standing there. For all his joking, he looks very serious about the pictures he's taking. Must have his own theories about the IS-7 incident. Whoa, I should have been a paparazzo. These are gold. It ate them up right away. Wanna see? Is that salt lamp? Well, since you've already shoved one in my face. Alright, Brainiac. Question also, this ancient camera can take full color pictures? Interesting. I mean, I guess it might be one, but it won't be too ancient. I don't know. Alright, Brainiac. Question. What do these two sculptures represent? They appear to represent Taurus and Gemini, two constellations best observed during wintertime. Bingo! He shoots, he scores! No, you're a regular encyclopedia. Encyclopedia, Master. Guess that's why this is the winter wing, right? Because they have the winter star stuff on display here. Anyway, seeing as I'm the nicest old rogue on the block, that's one's yours for keepsies. Thanks. Statues matching, blah 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 blah. So, the victim made this same zodiac statues out of flavored ice for the contest 18 years ago. Sure did. Lovingly crafted life-size desserts. I only ever saw the old ones in photos though. These are the spit of the originals. So, this is what you wanted to show me. Yup, think Gregory would have wanted you to see him too. And I may not have had it in me to come here on my own. Sorry to drag you along. Not at all. I'm happy to be able to see where my father's final case unfolded. Good to hear you say so, Paleo. Let's say we grab another quick snap to commemorate this heartwarming occasion. Absolutely not. Okay. It's a statue of a rather ferocious looking bull. Not a gaze one would want to be fixed with. But then I was always taught to return a stare with a stare. Okay, although in this case, discretion might be the better part of valor. Boy wearing a backpack, what he's doing at an art gallery on his own. Hey, she wanted... Oh no. Oh man, I need to do a kid's voice. She wanted to run a gallery so bad she just quit the industry? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Does this boy know the owner of the gallery, perhaps? There's a huge block of ice on display here. It must be incredibly heavy, though maybe not, what with it being hollow on the inside. There's a constellation engraved into the surface, along with some explanatory text. The Pleiades, known to some as Subaru. They form part of the larger constellation of Taurus. Why cram so many stars into one tiny part of a single constellation? I guess people in ancient times weren't hugely careful about such things. Okay. How about this? Here. This lamp appears to be made of rock salt. It's illuminating the diagram of the zodiac just above it. Yes, both Gemini and Taurus are not only zodiac signs, but constellations that are visible during winter. The constellations on display in the Winter Wing, and uniquely, the statues are made of flavored ice. According to the pamphlet we received, the ones in the outer rooms are made of crystal glass. Ice might be rather fitting for the summer rain too. Who doesn't like a nice snow cone on a sunny day? But then, it would probably be too similar to this room, I suppose. What about this? Huh. Fender. I can't seem to find the temperature controls you mentioned. Oh yeah, it's a little tricky if you don't know where it's at. Yeah, I'll have it open for you in a jiffy. Huh? Damn thing's locked. I mean, yeah. If you're not staff or anything, I don't think you should be opening anything like that. Makes sense, I guess. One of the visitors cranking up the thermostat and melting the art. Yeah. Damn. You had to try to like confirm your suspicion. According to the pamphlet, the Winter Wing is kept at a constant 27 degrees. That's probably Fahrenheit. Ooh-wee, that's colder than a snowman's cold bits. I'm gonna freeze to death in here. Guess there's only one thing for it. Somebody's getting a snuggle. Hey, what's with the icy stare? You want me to freeze to death? No. Both to that question. Well, both to the proposal and question. Alrighty, I got the shots I wanted. Shall we scoot on over to another wing and see what's cooking? Might as well do a full tour while we're here. I suppose so. What was that? It came from the fountain room. Come on, let's go see what's up. It's that guy. The Mexican or Spanish Japanese person. April 2nd, blah 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 blah, same thing. He's dead. There's someone on the ground, and it's that. It's Larry! It's Larry Boats! Larry, what are you doing here? Actually, never mind that. What on earth is going on? Oh no, his voice is very similar to Fender. Gee, you should have seen it, it was awful. Just calm down and tell me why there is an unconscious man on the floor. I didn't do anything, he just fell down in front of me. Wait. Wait, I know this guy. No, yeah, too similar. Oh, it's those two. Is everything okay? Oh no. How do I do it? How do I do it once again? Don't you know it's rude to make a racket in the art gallery, you naughty boys? Wait, the smell. He's still breathing, but I know there's symptoms. It's not safe, Miles. We need to get everybody out of here. You're on with me. There isn't a moment to lose. There's poison gas coming out of that room. April 2nd, 10:42 a.m. Zodiac Hall, Fountain Room. Larry killed another person, you bastard. How's the victim doing, Fender? Not good. He inhaled a lot of gas. He's still out, and it sounds like it's pretty serious. But the paramedics say there are no signs of external injury, and he was unconscious. He was conscious before it happened. Anyway, he's alive. Just barely. He's lucky we found him when we did. But like I said, he's not out of the woods yet. They put him in a medical room with a specialist. I see. I couldn't help noticing that it seemed like you knew him, Fender. Sure do. That was Carmelo Gusto. He was here back when the whole IS-7 thing went down. Confectioner. So he was here 18 years ago too. Anyhoozles, this guy here seems like he's in rude hell. Old pal of yours, Miles Areno? Yes, something like that. I'm glad you're okay, Larry. Something like that? Are you serious, Edgy? You've known me since elementary school. Crush a guy's feelings, why don't you? Anyway, you know you're supposed to call me Laurie Stooks name when I'm dressed like this. So no more Larry, okay? Got that? This is Larry Butts. He's a bit of a troublemaker. He's one of my only friends from back when we were little kids. Ever since he developed a passion for art, he's been trying to make it big as Laurie Stooks Nim. Dunim? I think it don't pronounce the X at all. But new name or not, he's still the same old Larry. When something stinks, it's always the boards. There you have. Okay, actually it is. They don't put it Larry Butts. Laurie Dunim. Because because pseudonym. It's not real name, literally. My friend since childhood, he fancies himself as something of an artist. He's only 26 years old? What the hell, man? Well, wait. How old is this guy? Carmelo Gusto, 54 years old. Damn, I'm almost Fender age. Whoa, great school buddies. I need to go tell Gregory about this. He'll be over the moon to hear you have a pal. He was always worried you'd never click with anybody. Hear that, Edgy? You're lucky to have a friend like me. I never knew I was the cause of such worries of my father. Never mind that now, Larry. What are you doing here? Laurie's, Edgy. How many times do I have to tell you it's Laurie's? What are you doing here? Eek! What's with the demon eyes? Alright, I'll talk. Just stop looking at me like that. Good. Now talk. You want to know why I'm here? Why the heck do you think? For my art, of course. Oh, I'm coming on a date here with Lulu soon, so thought I'd better scope the place out. Lulu. What? What's a name like that? So, not actually for your art at all. Laurie's my man, an artist and a romantic. You have to introduce me to this lady friend of yours. Oh sure, it's nice to have somebody to take an interest for once. Spare me. Oh, by the way, Laurie Sue, did you notice anything when you found the victim? Nothing in particular. Didn't you say you'd seen something awful? Oh, that old guy, he just appeared and then splat. He was on the floor, scared the life out of me. For once, I had nothing to do with any of it. Don't look so proud. That's the least we should be able to hope for. I'm pretty sure a killer is this. The only one that's not been like we haven't really talked to. Oh no, how do I voice again? Or like some sort of commercial voice. Honored guests, I can only apologize for the trouble you've experienced. I'm Judy Bound, the gallery manager. Another person from the IS-7 incident. Good to see you, Judes. Hey, Maori, great stream, thank you. Hope your stay is enjoyable. Mr. Fender. Mr. Fender, it's always a pleasure. She was at the reception desk when we arrived, so she's the one in charge here. I can't believe you had to go through something so awful on our first day in business. Hey, quit that, it's not your fault. Oh wait, I guess I better introduce you guys. Judy, meet Miles Edgeworth, son of the late great Gregory. Really? You're Mr. Edgeworth's son? Well... Okay. She's like dancing, tangoing, tangaroo. I don't know. Isn't this fabulous? That great man's son, we're here with us. 18 long years have passed, but now look, he's here at last. It's very lovely to meet you, Mr. Fine Attorney number 2. Judy, that was the bomb. I see you're in good voice as ever. Miles Edgeworth, prosecutor. It's a pleasure to meet you. Oh, you're a prosecutor. I'm so sorry. Forgive me for jumping to conclusions. She's very polite. There's something strange about her. Hey, Judy, can I, get an autograph? You can write in here. Well, if you're sure you'd even want such a thing. Why do you want it, Larry? Rude! You know who she is, right? Come on, Master. You don't keep up with showbiz news or nothing? Guess that's no big surprise. What's going on? Why do you look at me like that? Judy here's a living legend. It's not just TV, movies, musicals, chart-topping hits. You name it. Hehe. Oh, don't be silly. I'm just a humble art gallery owner now. I finally quit the biz for good. I finished shooting my last movie just the other day. In fact, some of my co-stars were even kind enough to say that they'd come visit once we opened. Anyway, here you are, and good luck with your artistic endeavors. Thanks so much, Judy. I'll treasure it till my dying day. Ah, you and me are peas in a pod, Loris. Peas in a gosh dang pod. How lovely for you both. Larry, could you go practice your drawing somewhere or something? Did you come all the way to an art gallery after all? It would be a shame to waste the opportunity. A real artist drawing our exhibits? What an honor! Hey, guess even you can have a bright idea once in a while, Edgy. Alright, Judy, seeing as you were so nice about it, I guess I will. Be right back. Hehe, he's a real life wire, that one. It's one way of putting it. I can only apologize. By the way, there was another woman with you before. Where is she now? You mean Delicia Scone? She's in the medical room helping to care for Mr. Gusto. I call it the medical room, but it's nothing quite so grand, of course. I couldn't stay with them as I'm the only one on staff, and I can't leave the gallery unattended for long. Delicia Scone. We've heard that name before, haven't we, Fender? Sure have. Sounds like our IS-7 bingo card is complete. Something tells me this isn't a coinky-dink. Perhaps I could offer you gentlemen a cup of tea. A drop of the old Judy Bound special blend? Why not? For old time's sake. That would be lovely. Thank you. If it's not poisoned. Now, if you both excuse me, I'd better go and explain things to the other visitors. You go do your thing, Judes. Thanks again. She's polite. Too polite. And what's on the table? Is that the tea? This aroma, sealant, I believe. Let's give it a try. They have the drinking animation even. This is a fine blend. A top quality Ceylon indeed. It's citrus aroma. You say to improve one's ability to concentrate, right? Your old man said those exact words 18 years ago. Really takes me back. There's just one difference. Jude's cooled the sauces back then. Not today though, it seems. Anyway. Don't you think this is all a little odd? Every single person from 18-year-old case all assembled in the same place at the same time. Yes, it almost feels like as if an investigation is in order. Oh, now you don't think it's like God is playing with y'all? The two are here. Maybe, oh no, how do I do a Gumshoe voice? Mr. Edgeworth, sir, you're alright. Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender. We heard you got caught up in that poison gas attack, so we came as fast as we could. Well, if it isn't the cavalry, come on team, bring it in. No way. Besides, you're both doing just fine. Mommy and I got ourselves all worked up for nothing. Detective Gumshoe, what were you thinking bring Kay with you? So sorry, sir. I knew it was dangerous. What was the poison gas at all? But she would take no for an answer. I ran and I ran and I ran and I ran and I ran. I just couldn't shake it off. Okay. When it comes to running away, the great thief right here is the world champ. Then run away. Don't chase the poor detective. Okay. All set, sir. Just say the word. I'll head in there and start investigating. The guy's still here. The gas could still be dangerous. Alright. We're counting on you, detective. Good luck in there, Diggy boy. No way, Gummy almost looked like a real detective. I'm so proud of him. What? What? Which part of the mask makes him look more like a real detective? Okay. But he is a real detective. Damn. This is Edgeworth speaking. Mr. Edgeworth, it looks like the gas has mostly dissipated, sir. Oh, okay. Very good, detective. Now calm down and tell me what you see. Yes, sir. First up, the exhibits. There's a statue of two people on the left. And on the right, some kind of two-horned animal. Wait, a statue of two people and a two-horned animal. Sounds familiar. Something's different about them. Something totally sus. In fact, it sounds identical to the display in Winterwing. Other than that, the place is looking pretty damp. The sprinklers sprayed the place good. Must be what stopped the gas from spreading. The sprinklers? Are there any signs of fire? No, sir. The fire alarm hasn't been triggered either. Sprinklers look like the type that detect heat and smoke. When they detect something, they set an alarm, either fire or smoke, to the security room. Guess they read the gas and smoke and triggered the smoke alarm that way. And was anyone in the security room and that alarm went off? This place only has one employee, and that's Judy Bow, the manager. And she was at the reception desk across from the security room the whole time since the gallery opened. So she heard the alarm from across the way and turned on the sprinklers. Yup, seems they can only be switched on manually, only from there. We'll want the art gauge so for no good reason, I guess. If it's manual, you could maybe even check how bad the fire was and try to get some of stuff out first. So, the security setup is geared around protecting their exhibits. It can make sense in an art gallery, I guess. And one more thing, it's freezing in here. This isn't an autumn wing, it's a deep winter wing. So the autumn wing is cold too. That seems to be a contradiction. The autumn wing should be not cold and has different statues. Although, yeah, there's no two people in there. This is the one that it's the same thing here. I checked temperature. It's 26.5 degrees in here, sir. Why is the autumn wing being kept at the same temperature as the winter wing? That is about all I have got for now. I'll let you know if I find anything else, sir. Understood. Thank you, Detective Gumshoe. Okay. Can we actually investigate anything? What did Gummy have to say? He said that the autumn wing is actually quite wintry. Huh? I don't get it. I'm wondering what it could mean myself, but it's a bit hard to tell from out here. We should try to get in there as soon as police are done with their investigation. Amen to that. We need to see what the deal is for ourselves. Is there anybody else who might know something in the meantime? Oh yeah, there's this one guy, Miles' best friend, Bud. He's... what? We have to. And I guess we have to. But I don't want to. Wait, that's... Okay, didn't expect to see you here. You're looking as fresh-faced as ever. So this is like, I'm guessing between 1 and 2. Well, doesn't make sense because at 1 and 2 there's only like a few weeks difference. So, meaning to say Larry has always gotten the quote-unquote inspiration. So, meaning to say this is after the third game. Yeah, the third Ace Attorney game. Yeah, long time no see. Larry, right? So, here's the deal, Kay. I'm Laurice right now. You see, I'm also a bit of an artiste. Ah, so it's your alias. I like it. Good to see you, Laurice. I always knew you were a nice, thoughtful kid. Unlike some people. I have some question for you, Larry. What the? I am as a suspect. Just because I found a guy, that doesn't mean I did a crime. I never said you did. I just need you to tell us what you saw. So, what if they say he's gonna be the actual killer and nobody will believe it? You said you saw something awful. How so, exactly? Look, I didn't see anything. I didn't do anything, okay? I don't think I did anyway. Whoa, Chief. You didn't sound too sure of yourself at the end there. There's something you should know about him, Fender. When something smells, it's usually the butts. We've been saying that about Larry for 26 years now. His ability to attract trouble is legendary, for want of a better word. His ability to cause trouble, too. I suppose I'd better find out what he did this time. Probably involves women. Our aim is to uncover anything that Larry might be hiding. However, I didn't see anything, I didn't do anything, and you can't prove otherwise. It's almost impossible for him to keep his cool. I'll need to buy my time when he gets agitated and wait for him to calm down. Let's start by asking him to go into detail about what he's doing here. It shouldn't prove to be too much of a challenge, so let's get this over with. Why are you here? Why exactly did you come to the gallery today? What kind of question is that? What, do you think I don't belong in a gallery or something? By my time. Hey, if you're gonna ignore me, then I'm gonna paint your portrait. And when I'm done, I'll scribble over it. Okay. I'm joking, okay? I never scribble on one of my pieces. How could I? They're fallible artworks. According to you, perhaps. I imagine I might struggle to agree. Oh, laugh it up, funny guy. Luckily, some people actually believe in my work. And those people lack an eye for aesthetics. Okay, bide my time. She's called Lulu, okay? And she says bad pictures are masterpieces. If she'd like something, I'll try for her. Anything at all. And where is this Lulu? How come you're here alone? What? A guy can't be apart from him from his girlfriend for 1 second. I have my own life too, you know. Just buying my time. Fine, Lulu says she's a Gemini, okay? So I thought I could do a sketch of her statue to show on our date. I expect you're pretty proud of this sketch. Not so much this time actually. But, you know, it being her side and all, I just thought maybe she might kinda like it. So you're here for the Gemini sculpture. How very like you to try to tell me nothing and give me so much away in the process. So to summarize, you came here today to draw a sketch of the Gemini statue for your girlfriend Lulu. What? How did you figure all that out? Larry. From your incessant prattling, you just can't help yourself, can you? Fine, I won't say another word. Larry may want to keep his mouth shut now, but I'll have my answers, one way or another. Let's ask him what he did after he arrived here at the gallery. We'll soon see what he's hiding. It's just a matter of time. What did you do once you got here? Alright, tell me what you did once you arrived here. What's the big idea? Why are you staring at me like that? I don't remember. I didn't have a pamphlet, so I didn't know what was where. I just kind of hung around by the fountain. You didn't get a pamphlet. You didn't receive a pamphlet when you paid your entrance fee at the reception desk. Huh? You mean entry isn't... It's not free to get in here? You didn't pay upon entry. You mean to tell me that you entered without paying? I'm sorry, okay? It wasn't deliberate. There wasn't anybody at the reception desk, it's all. So I thought entry must be free. Miss Bound wasn't at the reception desk. The same Miss Bound wasn't at the reception desk at the time. Yeah, but it looked like there was maybe somebody in the little room opposite. Interesting. According to Detective Gumshoe, Miss Bound had to enter the security room to activate the sprinkler system. I suspect she wasn't at the reception desk because she was busy responding to the incident. And right after, she finally got the place open for business too. Poor Judy. Winter Wing, the gallery's greatest attraction, it's gonna be ruined now. You know a lot about the Winter Wing. So you say you don't have a pamphlet, and yet you seem to know all about the Winter Wing. For example, that the Gemini statue you came here to draw just so happens to be in this said room. Therefore, it was your intention to visit the Winter Wing all along, wasn't it? Wow! How did you get me again? Fine, you're right. I came here for the Gemini statue. And yeah, I came here to visit the Winter Wing. I won't deny it. Larry's not one to confess so easily. Then again, he's always managed to surprise me in unusual ways. See what more he can tell us about the Winter Wing. I expect even Larry has found his feet a little by now. I'll have to watch his reactions more carefully and see what information I can glean from him. Did you enter the Winter Wing? Larry, be honest. Did you enter the Winter Wing? Oh, what is that? Is that suspicion I see in your eyes? I tried to get in there, sure, but... You mean you didn't go in? You tried to get in, but you couldn't. Yeah, exactly. I wanted to get in there, but... That old guy came out and fell to the ground, and like I said, it was pretty shocking. So you were unable to enter the Winter Wing because the victim emerged and collapsed in front of you. Yeah, he came out of the Winter Wing door, and then down he went. But was it in the Autumn Wing that the victim came out of? If that stupid poison gas thing had never happened, I'd be in there happily sketching away right now. Larry seems to have the Autumn and Winter Wings mixed up. Regardless, it seems his aim really was to make a sketch of one of the statues. This could be a useful clue. What did you see in the Winter Wing? I'm done with you, go home. What did you see in the Winter Wing, Larry? You don't let up, do you? I told you I didn't see anything. Galleries are nice and all, but I kinda changed my mind once I got here. Thought I'd go meet my girlfriend instead. I think it's time to deploy my clue. So what became of your sketch? Didn't you say you came here to make a sketch of one of your statues, one of the statues for your girlfriend? You gave up on that a little easily, didn't you? Surely you saw something, even if you were distracted by the victim's collapse. Well, I did not see something, but that doesn't prove that I did see something totally terrifying either, does it? So you saw something totally terrifying, did you? Okay. Really, Larry, you could at least try to make this a little harder for me. I put it to you, Larry Butts, that you did, in fact, see something totally terrifying. Hey! How did you do it, Edgy? Is some kind of mind reader? Fine. I guess there's no point trying to keep it a secret any longer. I'm not sure there's much point in trying to keep any secrets, given your track record. It wasn't exactly the most edifying use of my time, but that's checkmate. Too easy. I couldn't help staring at that Gemini statue. My eyes were drawn to it. You keep talking about a Gemini statue. There's no way you saw what you think you saw. It's simply not possible. What do you mean? You think I saw a ghost statue or something? Larry's still laboring under this misconception that he was looking at a Winter Wing. This piece of evidence shows us what Larry was really looking at.
Take that!
Take a look at this pamphlet. The Autumn Wing features sculptures depicting Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, and Aries. Not only that, but I've seen the statue depicting Gemini in the Winter Wing for myself. Which means that whatever you saw, it can't have been a statue of Gemini. Guess that makes sense. Why is he not more surprised by that? It did seem pretty weird, now I think about it. One of the two people did look like a goddess, so the other stuff, I guess that wasn't my imagination either. Other stuff? You're interested in it too, aren't you, Edgy? Great, let me show you. Show me what exactly? I drew a picture of it all. Got a whole scene down exactly as I saw it. But I'm still not that confident in my work, so, well, I want to see. Really? Alright, here. Wait, what? He drew this? Damn. He's gotten pretty good. What on earth? It's grotesque. You're trying to tell me that the statue was crying tears of blood? I have to say, Loris, it's pretty scary. Right? Because it was scary. It was supposed to be a statue of Gemini, but it up and turned into a goddess right before my eyes. It freaked me out so bad I screamed out loud. So, he wasn't reacting to the victim collapsing in front of him after all. Wait, when you say it turned into a goddess, what do you mean exactly? What do you mean, what do I mean? The bottom half was suddenly a fish. That's what I mean. A goddess with a fishy bottom half. Sounds like Pisces to me. It's all based on this legend of a goddess and her son turning into fish to escape some baddie. Wow, really? I thought Pisces was just two plain old fish. Edgy, do you think the statue's cursed? I mean, tears of blood turning into a fish. That's some pretty cursed stuff right there. Don't be a fool. I imagine simply mistook one statue for the other. You did a pretty good job drawing it. Two tails. Well, the picture we taken is not two tails. So that's that. And blood. Oh, look at you, tucking it carefully into your organizer. I simply thought I might have a use for it later. Maybe in the bathroom. You're the worst, Edgy. The worst. Kinda freaky deaky though, huh? A statue with the bottom half that changes shape. I'm pretty keen to find out what went down in the Autumn Wing, aren't you? I suppose I am, yes. Could there be some kind of trick to the Pisces statue, perhaps? Yes, Achua speaking. I'm just about done here, sir. There's no danger from the gas anymore. You can come in now. Thanks. Good work, Detective. Seems it's finally safe to enter the Autumn Wing. The good detective sure has impeccable timing. Come on, let's go take a look. I want to see this Pisces statue. You're going, Nicky? Then maybe I should come along too. Did you really think I was going to leave you out here on your own? I know better than that. Alright, everyone, to the Autumn Wing. Here we are at last, and it really does look a lot like the Winter Wing. Glad you could make it. Oh, hey there. You're Harry, was it? Good to see you, Harry. No, for the last time, name is Loris Doonie. Detective, your report, if you don't mind. Yes, sir. Okay, so first off, I found a blowtorch. It also was still warm when I found it, so I guess it was used pretty extensively. Somebody using it to hit something. Was the step ladder already like that when you entered? Yeah, guess it was used by whoever let out the gas. The gas was inside the case until someone opened the lid. Is that so? The Pisces statue. Oh, you sure up your constellation, sir. You know what one of the other cases too? This is the Autumn Wing, so I imagine it should be Capricorn. Guess there's no fooling you, sir. I thought it was supposed to be Taurus. That weird claw that straight around it kind of tripped me up. Isn't that a piece of luminous cloth from way back when? What's that doing here? Now we have evidence from the IS-7 incident too. Taking a look around. It seems there's a piece of luminous cloth on each of the card cases too. Yeah, and that just makes me want to see what's hiding underneath real bad. Sure, let me whip it all right for you. There's probably nothing in there. Wow, they're beautiful. Oh, there is something in there. So, the transformation Larry witnessed could have been the moment when the cloth around the Pisces statue's lower half fell away. See, Edgy? See? I wasn't imagining things, I wasn't mistaken. Ugh. Listen, Master, I think we can all agree this room is fishier than a bucket of fish. My hunch is that somebody deliberately tried to make this room look just like the Winter Wing. Yes, I was thinking exactly the same thing. They even cover the statues up in just a way as to make them look similar. With a cloth over the bottom half, and Hibiscus and Gemini statues look almost the same. Ditto for Capricorn, cover his bottom half up and he looks pretty much like Taurus. The other two can't be fixed as easily, so covering their cases up completely was the only answer. So, somebody went to some lengths to disguise the autumn wing as the winter wing. I'd say we need to take a closer look at things in here, wouldn't you, Fender? It's them! Mr. Winner and Judge Cavell. Oh no. What the heck are you guys doing here? You're the last thing I need. This is my scene, you hear? Mr. Edgeworth, seems I have failed in my duty yet again. I pray one day to make you see that your presence is not required at every crime scene. Ugh. And that co-opting the good detective for your own ends is neither right nor good. I will have to give a serious consideration as to how the goddess of justice would have me judge you. You got it all wrong. It was me who asked Mr. Edgeworth to help, not the other way around. It was? Well then, you know what he means, Detective Flatfoot. Oh, you mean? Exactly. Your salary check is taking a hit. Bet you're looking forward to payday now. Always wanted to say that. Man, getting a wage cut from you, of all people. Not so fast, Mr. Winner. I'm simply assisting with the police investigation as a witness and bystander. Detective Gancho is entirely in the right. Oh, he is, huh? So you're saying I should give him a bonus instead? That's not what I'm saying at all. Hey, I want my little salary bump. Your compassion and generosity are truly heartwarming, Eustace, but we must take into account past transgressions when making judgments that concern the future. And I hereby judge Mr. Edgeworth and his associates unfit to tread the hallowed ground of this scene. What? We only just got here. The goddess of justice has conferred her blessings on Eustace and Eustace alone. Who is she referring to, goddess of justice? Like the council, whatever they're referring to? Because I really don't think, I don't know. I really don't understand the system here, the justice system, the court dynamic, whatever you want to call it. Like, why is there actual religion part of the court, man? Who is this goddess of justice just like make believe, or is actually a person, like a Supreme Court judge or something? I don't know, man. Federal court or whatever. We don't even know what level of Cavell is. If she's like going around like this, actually interacting with people, as which she shouldn't be at all. Like a judge, technically, although, you know, prosecutor, the judge and all that are the same, like they are the government and all, but they are different branches of government. I believe at least prosecutor is like in between, I guess you can say. Works together with the police more than he works together with the judge, you know. And yeah, if anything, the judge should be neutral to anything. It shouldn't be like, I appointed this prosecutor and directing the prosecutor to do stuff. And no, judges don't do that, man. Yeah, rant over. By which you mean this is Mr. Wiener's case. That's exactly what she means. It's time for the warm-up act to get off the stage. After all, I solved this one already. I have a suspect lined up and everything. What did you say? A suspect? Ready? Who? Who else but your artist friend over there? Me? What's going on, Angie? Your guess is as good as mine. I can't even begin to imagine how the boy's mind works. Unsurprising that you lack the attitude to understand the winning mindset. Lack the attitude. Something tells me he doesn't know the real winning turn of phrase. Well put, Eustace. Mr. Ashworth does indeed lack a certain aptitude. Yeah, exactly. Where's your aptitude, smart guy? Wow, he's totally shameless. Underestimate my information gathering skills at your own peril. Before we came here, we dropped by the medical room to ask the doctor there a few questions, and he told me where the poison gas came from. And where might that have been? It was, it's this chemical you find everywhere. Can't think of the name just now, though. Wait there a second. Let me just call him real quick. Perhaps I can answer your question while Eustace is on the telephone. Why let him make the call if you know the answer? The gas was created by mixing two specific chemicals. Ubiquium and asphyxium. What the hell is this? Yeah, probably fake chemicals. What are they puns of? I know asphyxion is literally asphyxiate. Ubiquium, that ones I don't know. Ubiquitous, the word ubiquitous. I actually don't know what that means, that word. Oh wells. What kind of chemicals are they? Well, they are made up. Ubiquium is a red liquid used in all manner of everyday products. Paint and dishwashing liquids. Among various others on its own, it is entirely benign. So it's something anyone could get their hands on. Precisely. But the same cannot be said for asphyxion. It does sound nasty. What is it used for? It is the main ingredient in a product called Infesticide Ultra. Okay. Infesticide Ultra X. It is pure white in color and is unavailable to the average consumer. In fact, it is nigh impossible for members of the public to obtain it here in this country. As such, we are currently investigating where it might have come from. Right, red ubiquium and pure white asphyxion were mixed together. I'm back, and I know the name of the chemical now. Don't waste your breath. Judge Cavell informed us already. Huh? Oh, great. That'll make things quicker, I guess. So the source of the gas, ubiquium, is used in paint and stuff, right? And there was somebody here at the gallery today who brought paint with them. Your friend, the artist. You can't accuse me just because of that. Objection. The paint's of that palette in your hand. Edgy, is this kid okay? He seems a little... Even Larry notices. Indeed. I haven't known him long, but he's a little prone to jump into the wrong conclusions. Hey, quit talking about me like I'm not even here. Ignore them, Eustace. They're simply intimidated by you, nothing more. Why not give them yet another reason to fear you with one of your winning deductions? Winning? Yeah, good idea. Get a load of these losers. Our friend, the artist here, won the race to find a victim and was first on the scene, correct? And the gas the victim was poisoned with is made from ubiquium, which, as we know, is found in paint. He was carrying paint on his person, and it was one winning stride away from the victim, which surely makes him a winner on our list of suspects. Okay, sure. Right, Cavell? You think so too, right? It is a possibility that certainly can't be discounted. Well, would the artist like to share his version of events? Did you leave red paint at the scene of the crime? Or something more sinister? The catalyst for a cloud of toxic gas, perhaps. Think I might have left my heart there, you know, and you might have picked it up. I would be careful what you say to me. My gavel is already primed to deliver a guilty verdict.
Objection!
Ignore him, please, Your Honor. It's for the best.
Objection!
Quit stalling. You can't run away from the fact that my reasoning is flawless. So admit defeat and crawl out of here with your tails between your legs, because I win. Huh. I have better things to do than pick holes in your faulty logic. But I suppose I don't have much choice. As I'm seeing, gas, the victim was twice and was made of poo-poo, which is, you know, applying pain. Carrying pain as a person who's one to stripe away from okay.
Hold it!
This is the statement I feel like it's like he was nowhere where the victim was, and when he was with the victim he was on the floor already. It's by no means certain that pain was the source of the poison gas. Huh. Well, it's by no means certain that it wasn't either. Was that supposed to sound clever? Having Mr. Edgeworth's speaking style isn't a shortcut to looking cool, you know? You make it sound as if you think there's something wrong with how I speak. Anyway, to bring it all home, my winning deduction shows he had paint. It was closest to the victim. Okay.
Hold it!
We do indeed. It seems it's found in a number of everyday products. Right, which makes your friend's paint pretty darn suspicious. But isn't it also found in a bunch of other stuff too? She has a winning point, I guess. Right, Gavel? I suppose she does. As I said, ubiquitous is also found in dishwashing liquids, among other things. In other words, paint isn't the only possible explanation. No, but just listen to the rest of my amazing deduction, will you? Okay. Do I have anything to like say? No, you're wrong. But he wasn't carrying Exfixion, right? So how about Exfixion? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Let me just press the last one as well.
Hold it!
That's really all you're basing your suspicion on Mr. Butts on. What? You have a problem with that? Then show me some proof, loser. Put up or shut up. He's literally asking for it, Miss Edgeworth. He is. And so let's find the right piece of evidence and really give it to him. We know that Mr. Winner isn't much of a listener, and we also know that his reasoning is likely to be based on a flawed assumption. Yeah, he even phoned the other guy and still got it wrong somehow. Let's get this over with as quickly as we can. It was so far all of our time. So, right, so probably this one.
Objection!
Yep. You stupid fool. Your deductions are anything but winning, I'm afraid. Unless you're looking to win a prize of incoherence. Heh, so you agree that I deserve a... So you agree that I deserve a prize? What you deserve is to be set right. The gas came from within the case containing the sculpture of Piscus. It did. And it was created by the artist guy. The red paint that we know is full of ubiquitous. Allow me to offer you a bit of advice. One prosecutor to another. It always helps to listen carefully to others. The gas is created when ubiquitous is mixed with another substance, asphyxion. Paint containing ubiquitous alone won't create any kind of gas at all. Oh? It won't? I thought they said that the guy was asphyxiated with ubiquitous. So you're telling me all this was based on a mishearing of the forensics report? Yuck! The gas has already done its work by the time Mr. Butts found the victim. Perhaps it's your own aptitude you should be worrying about. My aptitude? Well, what does it even mean? You literally used the word 5 minutes ago. It means one's ability or how suited one is to a particular task, Eustace. And attitude, the other word you misused only minutes ago as well, is another thing entirely. I get what you're doing. You're making fun of me again. What am I doing is demonstrating that you do not have the aptitude required to head up this investigation. Before you go any further, you might wish to consider some of the flaws in your own statements. What flaws might those be? Firstly, that you cannot prove your artist friend did not enter the Autumn Wing. And secondly, that you cannot prove the red paint did not have something to do with the crime. The paint isn't important on its own, surely. What's important is the combination of the red ubiquitum with white excision. How exactly were the two substances introduced to one another? Surely we need to figure that out before anything else. Indeed we do. That is what Eustace will be investigating next. Or what he would already be investigating had you not been here making needless trouble. We are not here to make trouble. Quite the opposite, in fact. We're here to help. Are you saying you know how the gas was made? I don't believe you. I can certainly point you toward a vital clue as to how it was done. He is bluffing, Eustace. Ignore him. It's fine, Gavel. He's clearly lying. Might as well let him talk himself even further into a corner. If you're sure. Come on then, show me what you've got. What shows the gas was created, huh? This.
Take that!
You're saying this somehow shows us how the chemicals would mix to make the poison gas? Heh, that's exactly what I'm saying. Yes, thank you for noticing. Well, they do say I have a good eye. The red tears Mr. Butt saw. That was the ubiquitum. What? Wait a second. You're saying the statue cried the stuff out? What? So our culprit is some kind of evil spirit? How much time am I going to have to waste taking him through this step by step? The red tears alone would not have been enough to create a gas. It must have mixed with something else inside a case. What? What evidence do you have that that's what happened? Evidence is right here in the sketch I just showed you. Which is totally proof. This one is light pink.
Take that!
Observe the pool of pink liquid beneath the Piscus statue's glass case. This clearly shows that the two chemicals mixed. What? Wait, I don't get it. How does that prove that some ubiquitum mixed with some exfixion? We have an artist with us. Why don't we ask him? Larry, you claim to be something of a painter. I imagine you have some experience mixing colors. What happens when you mix red with white? Oh, don't treat me like a dum-dum, Edgy. I did graduate from junior high, you know. Any idiot knows that red and white makes pink. I mean, there's variations. You got your rose pinks and your baby pinks.
Hold it!
That will be more than enough. Thank you. Do you see what I'm getting at now, Mr. Wiener? Oh, I think I do. Ubiquitum is red, excision is white. Mix the two together, and you get pink. That's what the pink liquid is. Yes, very good. We got there in the end. Yes, interesting. I think you find it convincing. Mr. Atworth, you have raised the possibility, nothing more. We cannot know for sure that this shows the results of the two chemicals having mixed. And besides, the sketch you are attempting to enter as evidence was drawn by a suspect. How can we possibly hope to rely on its veracity? That's true, Judge. Hey, I drew everything exactly as I saw it. A true artist never lies or embellishes the truth. Totally. That's what an artist is known for.
Forgive me, but I did not ask for your opinion.
She's a cold one, but I like it. Okay. You may rest assured, Your Honor, that I mean to prove my theory to all of our satisfaction.
Overruled.
It may not be wise to jeopardize your position any further, Mr. Edgeworth. Especially as there is another question to which you have yet to provide a satisfactory answer. How can you prove that this man did not enter the Autumn Wing? Until you are able to, there's little more to discuss.
Wait, maybe a victim could help us out with that.
Mr. Gusto, he is still unconscious and in critical condition.
He is? Oh.
Now, if you don't mind, Eustace needs to carry out his own investigation of this area. If you would be so kind as to leave him in peace.
Who said that? It's Larry. Hold it!
For the presiding judge's sake, I pray to the goddess that you need not ever be summoned to testify. Now then, is there something you wish to say, Mr. Artist?
If you could just hold that pose for a moment there, Miss Ice Queen.
I'm Justice Verity Gavel, and I would be grateful if you would dispense with the childish epithets.
Oh, finally she tells me her name. Nice to meet you, Verity. Name's Loris Dunin, but you can call me Loris.
If you could stop wasting the court's time, Mr. Dunin.
Oh yeah, sorry. It's just, there's something I forgot to mention. The door was locked. I tried to open it and then the old guy came tumbling out.
It does appear that the door can be unlocked from the inside. However, that does not necessarily mean that it was locked at the same time as you claim. Without proof, your statement carries little weight, I am afraid.
Objection!
Well, as it happens, I can back our pal here up on that.
What?
Yep, we tried to come in here too. It's just like the guy said, it was locked up tight. Ain't that so, Mauserino?
It is. I distinctly remember how it went.
So, wintering. Kuchunk. Huh? I don't believe it. It's locked. The gallery's open for biz, but the winter wonders lays the off limits. What gives?
Prior to the incident with the gas, it was not possible to enter this room from the outside. And what is to say that your suspicious friend was not here with the victim the entire time?
Objection!
The fact that he didn't suffer the ill effects of the gas. Search him for the gas mask if you like. I doubt you'll find one. I see. And I suppose we will have to take you at your collective word. What do you mean? I mean, we are literally witnesses. Whether our, statements are true or not, that's a matter of like, damn, what's the word again? Weight of the evidence. Yeah, I mean, basically how much you should trust the witness statement based on other corroborating evidence. Two witnesses says the same thing, that might mean something. 3, probably very solid that whatever happened should be true. Anyhow, that's there's time, there's like a gap though, like between us trying to open the door and afterwards we are not in the fountain area, so we are not sure whether or not Larry did open the door at any point at that time when we were not in the fountain. Anyhow, that was a little too easy. Well, Judge Cavell, do you accept that Mr. Butts is no longer a viable suspect? And that once again, Mr. Winner's deductions have fallen short of the mark. What are you talking about? I just need some more evidence, that's all. You can't blame Guy for being a little hasty with his deductions. You know, it's not cool for a prosecutor to be saying stuff like that, right? Very well. Perhaps we should call our next suspect. Mr. Duneen, you may step down from the stand.
Huh? Go, you mean? I was trying out time to get a Verity. Let me stick around, please.
Overruled.
Show no mercy. Squish my heart into goopy mush. I love it.
Who exactly is this next suspect? The pharmacist Delicious Cone. Your artist friend may have struggled to lay his hands on a bottle of Investicide Ultra, but someone in her line of work would surely have a better idea of where such a thing might be acquired. The court hereby calls for a 10-minute recess. Eustace, we will go and fetch the suspect. Your winning smile will bring her running, I am sure. My winning? Of course, Gabelle. Let's go get her at once. Hey, Detective Flatfoot, you carry on investigating while I'm gone, okay? Oh, sure. Is it possible? Could Judge Cavell have suspected Miss Cone from the start? Now that you mention it, she wasn't helping Mr. Winner like she usually does, huh? What exactly is your angle here, Judge Cavell? To be continued? Okay. That was quick. Gonna do this. Okay, I'm gonna sip some water, then we continue. Oh boy. Alright, let's continue. So far, so good. Still don't know. I mean, it's obvious, you know, if it's not her, if it's not him, there's only one person left we can kind of accuse. It's the kid! Right, accuse the kid. Anyways. They sure are taking their time. I thought this was supposed to be a 10-minute recess. Sorry to keep you losers waiting. But wait no longer. I want the race to find Delicious Scone, and here she is. Hello, dears. This lovely young man said you wanted to speak to me. Delicious Scone, purveyor of the most wondrous wares a pharmacist can offer, at your service. Delicious to my pals, and even Miss Delicious to some. You can call me the winner, and I'll call you whatever I want. Alright, Winnie Pooh. Whatever you say, it's lovely to meet you, dearie. Oh no. Their voices are similar. So much for call me the winner. Oh, have we met before, young man? Get a load of this, Delicia. That's Miles Edgeworth, Gregory's son. Well, I never. It's a pleasure to meet you, Milesy Smiles. Nah, you must address me by my given name. Just Miles will do. Oh, Greggy Peglegs, boy. And all grown up, too. Make me feel my age, why don't you? I wonder just how old she is. Eustace, I believe we have some questions for our pharmacist. Oh yeah. What brings you to the gallery today, Miss Scone? Why, I came to see dear old Moody Judy, of course. We've been fast friends for 18 long years, and no one's going to stop me visiting her now. I understand that you helped look after Mr. Gusto in the immediate aftermath of the attack. Oh, I didn't do much really. Just whip up a quick antidote for the dear old doctor. Wow, you can make an antidote just like that? Oh yes, dear. As long as I have the right ingredients, I can throw together just about any medicine you like.
It certainly helped that the medical room was well equipped, though. We were much better off treating him here than losing vital minutes taking him to the hospital. Anyway, we did what we could. The rest, well, that's up to him. And do you know the victim, Mr. Licious? Oh yes, well, sort of. It's been 18 years since I saw him. Apparently, he's famous these days. One of the best confectioners in the world, or so they say. Interesting. So he's a well-known public figure. Oh yes, dear. He was on news and everything. Confectionery crafting king of the world, they said.
Wow, so the old dog really went to the junk farm and up his game, just like he said he would.
Perhaps if we could proceed to the matter at hand. Miss Scone, are you familiar with the substance known as Infesticide Ultra? Of course, dear. You use it to get rid of you-know-whats. Oh, it's awfully strong, though. That's why they don't sell it in the shops.
Might I ask what you mean by you-know-whats?
Little blighters that frighten the little life out of poor innocent ladies like yours truly. That's what. Ghastly little creatures riding around people's nice, clean kitchens and terrorizing them. Oh, I get it. Those. Thank you, Miss Scone. One more question, if you don't mind. Are you aware of what happens when the chemicals Exfition and Ubiquim are combined? Oh, yes? It's right there in the Infesticide Ultra instructions. Do not mix with products containing Ubiquim, ever. Because if you do, they react with each other and make a horrible poisonous gas. What was it again? Effects of inhalation include respiratory complications and, well, death. And poor Augustine very nearly didn't make it. To make that much gas, you'd need, probably 500 milliliters of each chemical, I'd say.
She suddenly talks like a skilled pharmacist.
Ubiquim's awfully thick and sticky, and heats up very quickly indeed. It's also bright red and smells minty fresh, when cheap as chips. That's why they use it in everything. Exficient's more watery, and it's white in color. That will do, thank you. You are clearly well informed, Miss Scone. As well I should be, dearie. For all Infesticide Ultrides made by the company I work for.
Uh-oh.
Oh, but before you get a wrong idea, they don't go around handing out free samples. As I say, it's awfully terribly dangerous. You couldn't buy it even if you wanted to. Yes, Miss Scone. Very interesting indeed. I think that tells us all we need to know.
Strange. I thought you suspected Miss Scone. Something in that smile makes me wonder if she has some other angle in mind.
What is it, Detective Flatfoot? Any developments to report?
Yes, sir. Turns out that sculpture's gas display case is open from the top.
Huh, that's rather unusual.
The temperature inside can be adjusted too, all the way down to 0 degrees. The Piscus case was kept at 26 degrees, and near got my head stuck to it.
You're lucky you escaped alive. Anything more relevant to the case?
Yeah, they found something on the other side of the top part of the Piscus case. Traces of Ubiquim.
Oh, now we're talking. That's odd. If there was Ubiquim stuck to it, it should have stayed stuck. After all, at 26 degrees, it would have been frozen solid. It would? Huh. So, how did these things wind up as they are now?
I think Kay might be able to help us figure out just that. Or at least Mr. Thief might.
You guys are that desperate to get on my good side, huh? Fine. I don't know what the heck you're talking about, but take it away.
He's like a different version of like Donald Trump or something. He sounds like him, like full of himself, egotistical, narcissistic, but it's like his mind is wandering everywhere, nowhere. Can't believe I'm taking orders from this guy, but whatever. Anything for the truth. Uh-oh. Before you get too carried away, the goddess of justice has no need of your help. We will find the truth ourselves.
Youch! Why so frosty, Judge G? Your baby prosecutor just gave us the big thumbs up. What's this issue here? Oh wait, don't tell me the committee has some dirty little secret it doesn't want us finding out?
I am not required to explain myself to you. But if you feel that you absolutely must participate in the investigation, perhaps you can prove to me that it will be worth our while to keep you around.
What exactly does she have in mind here?
Who triggered the release of the poison gas? If you can answer this question, I will consent to your participation in the investigation.
You heard ladies, Miles. Somebody opened the Piscus case and let out that gas. Considering what we learned so far, only one person it could possibly be, no?
Yes, the answer is indisputable. In that case, please kindly provide it now. Who released the poison gas? Who released the poison gas? If anything, I feel like might be Judy Bound though, right? But that probably isn't. Why would it be Scone though? Trying to finger Scone? It's odd if there was a bigger stuck with the should have stayed stuck, though at least it would have been frozen solid.
Take that!
This is who released the gas. I'm certain of it. No! Never been more sort of petition to over somebody. No, I knew you were unworthy of.
Whoa, hold up, G. Miles is pulling your leg. Alright, Miles, think of the situation one more time. Now it's crystal clear. Only one person was into the room and the gas was released, am I right?
Yes, you're right. Now then, I'll ask you again, who released what? I guess it's him, Carmelo Custo. I was thinking like, maybe that wasn't him, but I guess, no. Probably just him. The victim, Carmelo Custo, is the only person to have entered the Autumn Wing. Thus, only he could have opened the case. Correct. That appears to be the only logical answer. Very well. I will permit your participation in this investigation to continue. However, if at any point I feel you are contributing nothing of value, you will be removed immediately. Understood. Even if Mr. Custo did open a case, we still have no idea why. Alright, Mr. Edgeworth, tell me what you want to see. Let's use the data we've collected to recreate the scene before the poison gas went off. On it! Dwayne. Eek! Don't scare me like that! So this is what you were talking about. You're Mr. Thief. Let's begin by examining Pisca's sculpture. There's a generous amount of ubiquitin frozen to the underside of the top part of the case. Yeah, which is what's keeping that lid on real tight. The actual glass lid is all cracked though, right? Somebody really went to town your little house there, oh Viscus. Do we have any idea how the glass lid might have come to be so cracked? Oh, well, it doesn't look like the outer facing side of the glass suffered any damage. I see. We have a cracked piece of glass. We know it was ice cold on its inner facing side. We also know that it wasn't damaged in any direct way on its outer facing surface. Thoughts?
Ice cold makes me want to think of the way you glare at people, sir.
Cracks makes me think about those deeply etched lines on your forehead. It was cracked by heat expansion. Applying heat to ice cold glass from the outside would cause it to crack. Well, I appreciate the science lesson. Why is it all heat crack in the first place? Why indeed, a heat crack glass lid, lined on its underside with frozen Ubiquim. You look like the cat that got the cream, Mouserino. You know what happened, don't you? I certainly do. And what's more, I know how Mr. Gusto opened the case. What? But you didn't give me a chance to figure it out first? It would have been quite the wait. Well, don't keep it to yourself, Edgeworth. I want the answers. How did Mr. Gusto open the case? With this thing.
Take that!
The blowtorch showed signs of having been used recently when it was found here in the Autumn Wing. I think it's likely that it was used on the glass lid, causing it to crack. Blowtorch? Who uses a blowtorch to open a glass case? Oh, I get it. Mr. Gusto was trying to melt a frozen Ubiquim so he could open the lid. Indeed. Yeah, you beat me to the answer by a second, but we'll see who wins in the end. Don't try and tell us you nearly had it. You didn't have a clue. No, it was the Edgeworth making things hard to understand. Okay, would you mind updating the recreation so recreation so that Mr. Wiener can follow along too? Sure, just for him. Alright, here goes. Mr. Gusto was alone in the Autumn Wing. While he was in here, he used his blowtorch to melt the frozen Ubiquim on the underside of the lid. And... as the Ubiquim melted, it mixed with the asphyxiant that was already present inside the glass case, thereby producing our poisonous gas. When Mr. Gusto had finally managed to open the lid, he would have released the gas and poisoned himself. He made it as far as the fountain room, where he collapsed. So, he opened the case and out came the gas, huh? It seems we got there in the end. But why the heck a doodle-doo did he want to open the case in the first place? I'm not sure. In fact, we don't even know what his ultimate goal was. I'm thinking he might have come here for the same reason I did. To check out not the Autumn Wing, but the Winter Wing. You remember, right? I thought this was where the Winter Wing was when we first got here. Got you out too, did it, my little Eddie Lumpkin? I was ever so confused. What with being where Chili Wink's throne was all those years ago. There's even the same little tree in front of the blessed door. Wouldn't all be all at 6s and 7s, eh? Oh no, she said the word 6 and 7s. The really meaningless meme. Did everyone involved with the IS-7 incident make the same mistake? I think we need to go and take another look at the Winter Wing. Time to see how quickly I can convince Mr. Wiener, I suppose. Eureka! Ladies and gentlemen, I have the answer. The answer to what exactly? The man was going to end it all. A dramatic exit, stage left, sort of artsy-fartsy farewell. Have you been listening at all this whole time? At my level, I barely need to listen a word, and I still understand exactly half of what's going on. Perhaps I can explain a few of the finer details to you later, Eustace. Wiener's prerogative. Winners? Sure. Thanks, Gaval. Thank you indeed. I find it's always best to leave things like child wrangling to a professional. In the meantime, don't you have something to tell Mr. Edgeworth and his friends? Oh yeah, I totally forgot. What is it now? I took the liberty of investigating our friendly pink pharmacist here. Or rather, I had one of my underlings do it for me. It's nothing to brag about, you know. Shut up! Can't you see I'm talking? Anyway, let's put a pin in my suicide theory for now, yeah? I have something more important to tell you. It was Miss Licious who set up the poisonous gas trap. Eek! How could you say that? I was greatly saddened to learn of this, Miss Scone. Your profession is one dedicated to saving lives, and yet you used your expertise to try to take one. I beg your pudding! How dare you! I did no such thing! Perhaps you could explain, Mr. Winner. You bet I can! Get a load of this! This is Miss Licious' pharmacist's license, and it says it right here that she's authorized to handle Infesticide Ultra. The product that we have established contains Acfition, one of the ingredients of our poison gas. Exactly! It's almost impossible for ordinary people to get a hold of that stuff. But Miss Delicious is no ordinary person. She's a card-carrying pharmacist. I didn't do it. This is all just a terrible misunderstanding.
Objection!
And that's not all. There was a bottle of Infesticide Ultra in the victim's pocket. What do you know? It's covered in your fingerprints. Eek. We know that you and Miss Bound took the victim to the medical room. What better moment to slip the bottle into his pocket, hmm? No. There was only one person in the premises licensed to carry Infesticide Ultra, and that was you, Miss Scone. Furthermore, you are acquainted with Miss Bound, the owner of the gallery, meaning you would have access to the building, and ample opportunity to prepare your trap. No, dear. Listen, you don't understand. The Infesticide Ultra was stolen from me. Lying will only lengthen your sentence, Miss Scone. I'm not lying. It's in my bag somewhere. I'm sure of it. What is she looking for? It's not it. That's not it. That cloth looks familiar. Ah, here we go. I knew it was here somewhere. Look. What is this? There's something written on it, I think. April 1st. Complaint filed. Offense. Theft. Item stolen. Infesticide Ultra. 1 bottle. It's a crime report relating to a theft. A what? See, you silly billies. I told you somebody pinched it off me a week ago, no less. By which you mean to say that it was not in your possession at any point today? That's exactly what I mean to say. I think the bottle you found might be the one I lost. I always have some in my medicine bag, just in case, you know. I'm supposed to keep my bag locked up tight, but well, I'd forget my head if it wasn't screwed on. Now, thanks to silly old me, someone's gone and mixed up a cloud of poison gas with the stuff. I see. Why on earth would you carry such a hazardous substance around with you? Like I said, just in case. You never know when one of them might appear. You mean the ghastly little creatures that run around in people's nice, clean kitchens? Type of them. You could just roll up a newspaper and whack. One and done. I don't think that's how it works. Wait, are you talking about cockroaches or what? Yeah, it can be cockroaches, I guess. I was thinking like rats. First. Gaval, what do I do now? Oh yeah. Ah, of course. I think perhaps it might be wise to confirm the authenticity of the crime report just to be safe. It can't hurt to verify Miss Scone's story after all. She may be lying to us. Good idea. Alright, I'm gonna go give the precinct a call. Don't go anywhere. So Miss Cone might not be guilty after all. Indeed, if she really were the one who set up a poison gas trap, then I highly doubt she would have used a method that directly implicates her. So, who do you think it did it, Miles? Also, you shouldn't underestimate people's foolishness or carelessness when doing something to try to avoid crime. You know, avoid being accused of a crime. Someone with knowledge of the victim's likely behavior and the time and the means to prepare. Two factors which point to one very specific person. Oh yeah? And who might that be? Don't leave us hanging, big guy. Who had the means to steal the Investicide Ultra and dress one room up to look like another? This guy.
Take that!
Surely only Miss Bound, the proprietor of these premises, could possibly have prepared in such a way. We need some solid evidence to support such a theory, nonetheless. So it was her, huh? Strange. It's like he already knew. Phew, nice shooting, Malserino. I might have to make that associate position a permanent deal. That is not what I was hoping for. I'm back with results. Police have confirmed that the theft really was reported and logged, which means we may have been a little hasty with some of our conclusions, team. You mean that every single one of your conclusions proved to be hogwash? No, I mean, we're only just getting started. Oh, and what's our next move? Well, we first need to go and talk to Miss Bound. And then I'll think about what to do after that. Eustace, Mr. Gusto's real destination appears to have been the Winter Wing. Perhaps it would be worth having someone investigate that room more thoroughly. Oh yeah, we should totally do that. Flatfoot, go investigate the Winter Wing.
Yes, sir.
Val, we're going to talk to Miss Bound. Very good, Eustace.
We'll join you, if you don't mind. Damn, everyone's just going everywhere together.
Alright, you have your orders. Go talk to Bound for me. Hey, Mr. Wiener, weren't we going to talk with Mrs. Bound ourselves? Sure, but I thought why not let the grunts handle the grunt work, you know? Means I can just sit back and wait for a report. A winning strategy. You spoiled little. Technically, that's what you do, because the prosecutor's job is not to investigate. The prosecutor's job is just to take all the evidence and decide whether to charge whoever is the most likely suspect. Anyways. It's so exhausting. I need a break. Huh? There's something in the fountain. Eek! Dead body. What? Wait. It's Miss Bound? No, it can't be Miss Bound. Ah! It's a body! What on earth? Order! Order in the court! Somebody call forensics.
Bad news, sir. Real bad news.
Order. I will have order, detective.
The ice sculptures in the Winter Wing. They've all melted.
What? It? Oh? Say? Damn. What an interesting turn of events. What's the meaning of this? Now we have two victims. Ish, talk about deja vu. This is like 18 years ago. Even the ice melted again. This is like some weird rerun. Same people, same everything. I said it before and I'll say it again. This is no coinky dink. You're with me, right, Malserino? I am. And I think the answers lie in the IS-7 incident itself. In fact, I'm convinced of it.
Great minds think alike. Alrighty then. Time for another trip down memory lane.
Oh, really? Okay. I didn't know we're gonna be doing flashbacks after flashbacks. Okay. That was rather quick, right?
I still can't believe the ISM incident was Gregory's last case. Well, that's been 18 long years since. The murder at a confectionery contest and one of the participants no less, Artie Frost. They pulled his body out of a treasure chest that was a part of Samson Tangaroa's chocolate tableau. He'd been hit in the head with a large rock salt lamp and subsequently bled to death. Found the lamp hidden inside the candy castle Delicious Scone had made for the contest. But then, before anyone had a chance to investigate Mr. Frost's own room, all of his icy creations had melted clean away. This place totally doesn't have any CCTV at all. All of Mr. Frost's work destroyed. Mr. Von Karma wasn't very happy. He told us to get out, and in no uncertain terms. So what do we do now, Mr. E? I can't believe he just up and kicked us out. Von Karma's a total jerk. Now, Eddie. There's always a job of the police and the prosecutor's office to investigate the scene. Yeah, but he didn't have to talk to us like that. Who cares if we're cops or attorneys? We should all be working together to find the truth. Can't assume that everybody's aims are the same as your own. Maybe we should expose the truth. Others might prefer to accept things at face value. Which way of thinking is right will depend on the person. Why if somebody innocent ends up behind bars because no one managed to uncover the truth? It can't happen. We're all human, police and prosecutors included. Which is why defense attorneys exist. Our job is to help people in such situations. Be friends to the friendless. Friends to the friendless. Now, we may not be able to investigate Mr. Frost's room as hoped. That doesn't mean we give up. You're right, Mr. E. I'm sorry. I should have thought more before I opened my big mouth. You're young, Eddie. You'll learn soon enough. I will, I promise. It's Judy Brown with short hair. Mr. Ashworth, Mr. Fender, you look like you could use a little pick-me-up. I'm afraid this is all I have, but please, by all means. Whoa, you're the best, Miss Bound. I feel like Miss Bound is just drugging us or something. Tangaroa's favorite, handmade by Bound. Rather misshapen and incredibly sweet. Chocolates. Thank you. A little sugar boost might actually help, although these are a little too sweet for my liking. A little uniquely shaped. I'm sorry if they are not to your taste. No way, they're great. They're so sweet. You're very kind. Imagine me, of all people, a mediocre confectioner. What? You mean you made this yourself? Yes. Samson loves chocolate, so I had to learn. Keeping him supplied with his favorite treats is just one of my many duties. Because I'm duty-bound. Although he does spend most of the time coaching me on how to improve my technique. Mr. Tangaroa sure is a lucky guy. Getting to eat homemade sweets made by the one and only Judy Bound whenever he wants sounds amazing. I'm sorry, did you say something? Nope, nothing at all. Dear, sweet Eddie, you really do still have a lot to learn. It seems you're quite committed to what you do for Mr. Tangaroa's Miss Bound. Of course,
What right would I have to stay here otherwise?
What do you mean by that?
I was abandoned as a baby. Mr. Tangaroa took me in. That's right. One snowy Christmas Eve. Many years ago, he found me on the steps of this very mansion.
That sounds like a lie.
He saved my life and became the father I never had. I can never repay him, so my work for him is the least I can do, and I'll be here for him for as long as he needs me.
That's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. I must be getting old. I'm welling up a little myself.
And to think today's Christmas Eve, and I can't even give him his present in person. I'd do anything to save him. Anything. Please, if there's something I can do to help, just say it.
We're very grateful, Miss Bound. Perhaps you could help us by answering a question. Did you know the victim?
Not very well, I'm afraid. Oh, but if you wanted to see some of his work, I have a picture of the sculptures he made for the final.
Oh, you have pictures. My, they're stunning.
Aren't they? I think they're masterpieces. Would have thought you could make such intricate statues out of flavored ice. Samson adored them too.
Oh hey, that's Taurus and Gemini, right? I didn't know you were keen on constellations and the zodiac, Eddie. Oh, I love it. The stories those stars can tell. Take Gemini, for example. See the lyre? That's what the harp is called. An arrow and a... Hold up. The lyre doesn't have any strings. Did Mr. Frost forget to add them, maybe?
That doesn't sound like something he'd forget to do.
Wait, really? But I thought you just said you didn't know him very well.
Oh, well, he didn't seem like the type.
Oh, I'm not acting suspicious at all. It seems she's got something to hide, too. You took this photograph yourself, Miss Bound.
Yes, I used this instant camera here. It develops the pictures as soon as you take them. It's so useful.
Oh, I love to see it in action.
Why don't I take a picture?
Yes, come on, Mr. E. Let's get a shot of the both of us. Well, alright then. You'll be ashamed to waste a good hair day.
Ready? Say cheese. There, all done. And the picture's yours to keep, Mr. Venner.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. It's such a cool camera.
Well, it's the only one we've got. We use it for all our picture taking needs. It's very convenient, but lack of negatives is something of a shame.
So there aren't any negatives for us to reference, huh? I assume Mr. Tangaroa used the same camera during his contest.
Yes, you see correctly. He used it for some work-in-progress pictures of his seascape. And later, he takes some photos of the other contestants' works.
But didn't you take a picture of the body when you discovered it? And didn't you discover the body while the judging was still underway?
Ah yes, Samson wanted pictures of all the entrance completed rooms. But the film ran out just as he finished photographing Mr. Cousteau's work. So he asked me to go put in a new cartridge. He seemed to be there should have been more shots. She seemed to think there should have been more shots left than there were. In other words, the film ran out sooner than expected. Yes, the number of shots he took didn't line up with the number of shots remaining. But you thought maybe he'd just lost track somewhere along the way.
But had he really, though?
I went to our living area to change the film. I was passing through the fountain room on my way back when I heard the sound of something break and collapse in Samson's room. Samson, are you in there? Mr. Frost's body was just lying there. I was in total shock. It was all too much. But I remember I called the police. And then I went to tell everybody else. And the camera has been with me ever since. I see. I'd be grateful if you could lend us the camera and this picture, Miss Bound. Of course. Here you go. Thank you. I've got 20 exposures, but there are only 3 remaining. The false rooms added. Oh, it's Detective Ban. Oh no. I was thinking I don't have to do his voice anymore, but oh else. Detective Ban, Miss Goat, are they done investigating? They're done with me, that's for certain. The big meanie told me to clear off. Honestly, that mannequins will be the end of me. The cheek of him. Yeah, guess he got tired of people cluttering up his crime scene. He run you off too, Detective Bad? Yeah, Von Karma seems to think I'm a nuisance and do things his way with me around. Why would Mr. Von Karma go so far as to exclude his own lead detective? Still, got a pretty good look at the scene. Mr. Gusto is enjoying a nice little chat right now in Frost's room. What about? About the fact that Miss Bound said she saw him going in there during the contest. Mr. Gusto went into Mr. Frost's room. That's right, and I have to say, he looked very much like he didn't want to be seen. I don't know what he could have been up to. Well, he's candidate #1 at the moment. It's the guy who melted Frost's work. Is that really why Mr. Gusto went into Mr. Frost's room? Got a photo of the room right here. If you need it, it's all yours. Wait, what? Why would you just give it to us? I gotta spare it out for you, kid. I'm offering you help. For you guys. I want the truth about this case to come out. Detective. Really, Detective Bad? Mr. Von Karma won't be happy about this. Yeah, well, I'm not Von Karma's stooge. If he's gonna stonewall my investigation, I'm not gonna play by the book either. Unless some pesky rules keep me from finding the truth. That's why I formed the Yataka. Now, can I, Mr. Edgeworth? Indeed. Thank you, Detective Bad. Wow, can't believe you won him over, Mr. E. Well, I haven't the foggiest while you're going on about, but here's new friends, eh? It's definitely nice to have a good detective on our side, that's for sure. Alright, let's take a look at that photograph. Yeah. This is what Frost's room looks like right now. Yikes, there's nothing left with this flavored ice sculptures but puddles. The floor appears to be completely covered in a pale blue liquid. To compare this with the photo I just borrowed from Miss Bound. I assume that the unplugged power cord has something to do with all this. Yeah, one set was out of the socket. The display case has lost power, and up the temperature went. It looks like they were all connected to the same power strip. Do you have any idea when it was unplugged? Nope, still working on that. Those sculptures were beautiful, what a waste. You could say that again? I should have taken a few more bites out of them while I had the chance. So they tasted good? Did they ever? I've never tried ice so scrumptious in all my life. Really, man, I wish I could have had a bite. Well, scrumptious except for the salty bit, of course. It was unbearable. The salty bit? It's in the other photo you got there. This bit. The hoppy thing. Gemini's liar. Wait, that's why you had no strings? Because you ate them? I didn't eat that much, you cheeky little devil. I told you, it was all horrible and salty. Why is the liar strings salty? It's interesting that only one particular part of this one particular sculpture tasted different from the rest. And could somebody other than Miss Scone really be responsible for eating the rest of the strings? Did you notice anything else, Miss Scone? Come to think of it, I did. There was a funny little mark on Chillywink's work. It was 2 little letters. Let me see if I can draw it for you. There we go. Yeah, it looked just like that. It's almost like a signature or something. Wait. I just knew Mr. Frost wouldn't have made that harp without strings. He's not the type to skip an important detail like that. I hope you don't mind me asking, Miss Bound. Are you certain you didn't know Mr. Frost particularly well? What? No, I barely knew him. Sorry. What? No, I barely knew him, I swear. Is that so? You certainly seem to have some strong opinions about his attitude to his work. No, I just... Sculptures were so carefully made. I didn't think he'd miss something so important. I'm sorry, but I don't believe you. You have a more personal connection to his work than that. What makes you say that? I have an item of evidence that appears to have been one of Mr. Frost's possessions. It shares a key feature with our piece of evidence. Well, I wouldn't know what you're talking about if you don't share. So what are these 2 pieces of evidence of yours? Which 2 items point to Mr. Frost? This is the first. This one.
Take that!
Take that! And now the second one. Wait a minute. Is that wrong? Here? This one?
Take that!
No! I thought it was like trying to compare with the blah blah blah. It's found especially fond of one of the pieces of evidence we gathered, but I should take another look over them all, suppose. Now then. Fish was salty. Especially fond of one of these pieces of evidence. I wonder what it is though. Oh, this one.
Take that!
It's 2. Take that. Miss Scone found the 2 letters carved into Mr. Frost's ice sculptures. I think they were a signature of sorts. After all, it's not unusual for an artist to initial their work. I guess not. That's right, dear. It's just like you said. Chillywink's statues had the letters PH carved in them, plain as day. PH? Shouldn't it be AF? You'd think so, but take a look at this. It's a seal we found at the crime scene. It seems reasonable to assume that it fell from Mr. Frost's pocket and pressed into the surface of an item. It would leave behind the letters PH. The same pottery mark we see imprinted on the bottom of the items in the tea set. The same pottery mark. We already established that the tea set is the work of the sculptor Paul Halleck. From that, we can assume that these same letters would mark any item out as a piece of his work, a fact of which you are well aware, correct, Miss Bound? Well, yes. I know that he always marks his work with his initials like that. He's never revealed his true identity in public, so it's the only way to know his works are truly his. You mean Paul Halleck was? That's right, Detective. Artie Frost had another identity. He was no ordinary confectioner, at least as far as Miss Bound was concerned. You see, Mr. Frost was, in fact, a famed sculptor. Mr. Frost was, in fact, none other than famed sculptor Paul Halleck.
What? Mr. Frost and Paul Halleck were the same person? It's not like the mark's hard to copy, though. Anyone who's seen it could fake being him with it. Not exactly conclusive proof that Frost was who you say he was. It was proof enough for Miss Pound. What matters is that she believed it. His true identity will have to be investigated by the good people of the precinct. Alright. I'll have the boys look into it. I should have known I couldn't hide it from you, Mr. Edgeworth. So you admit it? You were aware of who Mr. Frost really was? I was. When I discovered his body, I saw the seal you found. Don't ask me how, but I just knew straight away that he was my dear Paul Halleck. Imagine his entries in a confectionery contest were his final legacy. A great man like that. And, be honest, did you enter Mr. Frost's room at any point? What? Why are you asking me that? A photograph of Mr. Frost's room. I'd like to know when it was taken. Oh, I must have gotten it mixed up with the one Samson took during the judging.
Objection!
I'm afraid I find it rather hard to believe. You said yourself that the camera ran out of film during judging. And you've had charge of the camera since before Mr. Tangaroa had the chance to visit Mr. Frost's room. It's how you were able to take the picture when you discovered Mr. Frost's body. I suppose so. This suggests that you took only 2 pictures with a new film, one of Mr. Frost's body and one of his room. But I have a piece of evidence that says otherwise. You do? No, only took 2 pictures. The contest room?
Take that!
Oh no. No, I didn't mean to. In what way exactly? Oh, it's contradicting San Francisco's about me. It was saying, think about the number of photos you supposed took that should explain it, and I have this thing to make the contradiction clear. The thing itself? I think so. There are only 3 remaining. It has 20 exposures. I have to do math, is it? So 20 minus 3 is 7. No, it took 17 pictures. 17 pictures. But the rules is what? Something. Don't really know, understand though. That's probably the answer. But my brain too small to understand why. It's the crime scene photo. This one.
Take that!
The camera. We gave the picture of the body to the police and the picture of the Mr. Frost's room to me. Oh, and he gave us that picture you took of me and Mr. Edgeworth too. 3 photographs in total. Yet the film cartridge in this camera only has 3 exposures remaining. Out of a total of 20. I took more pictures, and I want to know what of. I'll need to see all the photos you took. Stan will finally learn what you were really up to. I'm so sorry. I confess, I've been lying to you. These are all shots of Frost's room. I'm so sorry. Looks like she took pictures of his work from every possible angle. When the movie was taken, I still hadn't knelt yet. Wait, don't tell me. It was you. It was. At least, I'm pretty sure it was. You are? Why? Well, you see, I'm a huge fan of Mr. Halleck's work, as you know.
I was petrified that they might be ruined. But with the investigation that was going on and everything, so I thought you at least captured the sculptures on film for posterity.
And how did that make them melt?
I think perhaps I was so intent on getting the perfect photographs that I might have tripped over the power cord without noticing.
By mistake? Are you sure?
I didn't notice it at the time, but, well, how could I have been so careless as to cause the loss of its final masterpieces?
It seems a little too convenient to me. I'm not sure I believe it. I'm not in a position to refute it either.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cause any trouble.
Please, don't worry about it. One thing is you told us the truth.
What he said, no hard feelings, Miss Brown. Thank you.
Mr. Edgeworth, picture's yours. Hope it helps. 2 photos, one from Bound and one from Detective Bayard.
Oh no, to do Wangama's voice.
This is not a person's voice at all.
Are you infernal nuisances still here? You don't know when to give up. Linger for as long as you like. The answer is still the same. You're not part of this investigation.
Whether we're part of it or not, we'll uncover the truth nonetheless.
It seems you don't know when to shut up either. I commend you on your stubbornness.
Mr. Von Karma, I'm afraid I'm the one responsible for Mr. Frost's work melting.
What? What is the meaning of this?
I'm so sorry. And to you, Mr. Cousteau.
No concern of mine. I didn't do anything, and Mr. Von Karmark agrees. Nothing at all, Mr. Cousteau. You went to Mr. Frost's room, didn't you? Perhaps you could tell us why. Sure, I was.
Silence! You're not to give the attorney even the tiniest shred of information. Judy Bound, you're coming with me. The reason to believe that you are an accomplice of the accused, Samson Tangaroa.
No, I
will be interrogating you personally. You had better get your story in order.
I understand.
Wait, please. I'm not done questioning her yet myself.
How do you think I care? Because... Bad, Gusto, and you, Scone. I have a question for all of you. I expect answers.
Fine by me.
Oh, you could at least ask nicely, mannequins. He took literally everyone with him.
Indeed. Well, I suppose that means there's little point in us hanging around here either. Perhaps it's time we get going. Anyway, it is rather late. I hope the snow has let up.
You're right, home time.
Guess my stomach's in agreement, too. Haha. Alright, let's go grab a burger. Before my own stomach starts grumbling too.
Heh, sounds good to me. Let's eat up and rest up. We'll need to be fighting fit for tomorrow.
We will indeed. And our first port of call will be with Mr. Tangora. To be continued again? Damn. How many to be continuous out there? It's still kind of early, right? We can do one more. Hopefully, it's also short. Let me take a sip of water. Dun, 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 dun. It's Christmas, December 25th. Hey, it's Miss Bound.
Oh, Mr. Fender, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm so sorry about what happened yesterday.
She looks rather tired. Has Mr. Von Karma finished interrogating you? Yes, though he really only seemed interested in how I melted those sculptures. Are you here to see Mr. Tangaroa too? Yes, I'm terribly worried about him. Mr. Tangaroa is dead. Detective Bad, what are you doing back there? Oh, just happened to be here. I'll be heading back to the scene soon. Not sure how anyone just happens to be at a detention center, but okay. What? His hair is white.
Good morning.
Mr. Tangaroa, what happened to you? Oh no, Samson. What did they do to you?
They didn't seem to want to let me sleep. I had no idea interrogations could be so involved. Sorry if I seem distracted. I think I'm a little tired.
They're not letting you sleep. That's not police work, that's torture. What's going on here, Detective Bad?
Not the one doing the interviewing. It's the guy they put up on a case before me. I like Von Karma's methods about as much as you do, which is why I'm doing what I can to help.
It was Detective Bad who got me out of there. I'd still be in that interrogation room right now, if it weren't for him.
Detective Bad really is trying to look out for Mr. Tangaroa in his own way, it seems. Alright, Eddie, let's share yesterday's findings with Mr. Tangaroa. You got it, Miss E. My notepad's at the ready. Mr. Tangaroa, we found out quite a bit, if you'd like to hear it.
Of course. Thank you.
You alright, Mr. Tangaroa? You seem kinda spaced out.
Fine, I think my blood sugar might be running a little low.
Samson, do you have anything that might give him a little energy boost? Energy boost, the chocolat.
Huh? Is that chocolate for me? Chocolate!
All those are the chocolates I wish I could just give them to you, Mr. Tangaroa. Rules here don't exactly allow me to do so.
Oh, that's a shame. But rules are rules, I suppose.
There must be some way we can hand them to him. I hope Detective Bad is noting the meaningful looks in his direction.
Tusk. Let me take a look at them. If they seem legit, I might consider passing them on to the suspect.
Thank you, Detective Bad. My hero!
I'm touched. Thank you, Detective.
Yeah, whatever. Just sit tight.
Yeah. You don't know how much this means to me.
Yeah. Keep it down, will ya? For both our sakes.
Of course, Detective. I wouldn't wish to put your livelihood at risk. Now to sample these treats. Yum yum.
Detective, I apologize for putting you in a tight spot.
I didn't do it for you. It was my call.
Guess you're not such a bad guy after all.
I'll kill you.
Oh, the sweetness. I feel like a man reborn. Were they your handiwork, Judy?
Yes, how were they?
Feel them meld, soft and smooth, chocolate and comfort and soothe. It rear, it to toe, smile and savor the taste as it flows. sounds delicious. They're not exactly beautiful, but they are sweet and oh, so flavorful. Thank you, Judy.
I'm so glad you like them. Yep, basically poison though. I'm glad you're back to your old self.
My apologies, friends. The food they serve here is just so flavorless. Between that and the lack of sleep, I was about ready to collapse from sheer despair.
Wow, is the food here really all that bad?
Just the usual. French fries, ham sandwich, stuff like that. Yes, and yet I couldn't taste a thing.
What do you mean? You have COVID?
Anyway, I'm heading back to the scene.
Before you go, Detective, do you have any new information to share?
Oh yeah, you were right about the victim's identity. Frost worked as a sculptor in France, where he was known as Paul Halik.
Still don't know what his name is like referencing. Maybe it's like a statue or something? Some sort of a famous statue.
Artie Frost was Paul Halik. I never would have imagined.
Poor Mr. Halik.
So, the famous French sculptor wasn't a Frenchman after all, huh?
This all would suddenly explain why Mr. Halik was such a recluse and refused to show his face in public.
He was busy working on his greatest masterpiece, apparently. Not just zodiac statues.
We have a oh yeah, he looks like that. Let's see.
Guess he'll never finish them now.
He never finished his greatest masterpiece?
Nah. Seems he was making statues for each season, but he never got around to the winter constellations.
Winter constellations? You mean Taurus and Gemini? So the two he made out of ice would have completed the set.
Yeah, and now they're nothing but puddles. What a bummer.
I'm so sorry. Oh no, Miss Brown, I wasn't blaming you.
One last thing. Seems he had himself a bit of a spending habit when it came to his work. Every statue cost him millions to make, which means he always strapped for cash. I'm checking to see if there's any chance someone called in a debt.
I guess not even famous artists are safe from money problems.
Well, now that he's dead,
he's gonna be rich. His family gonna be rich, maybe. He has family. Do you have any idea why he entered the confectionery contest?
None. Guy didn't even tell his family.
I see.
Alright, I really gotta get going. Go fetch another card. I can't be hanging around here any longer.
Let's do it, Detective. We'll see you again shortly.
He's a good man.
He certainly is. An uncompromising one. Somebody who can be trusted to stand up for what he believes in. And to scare the pants off of anybody he knew he meets.
Now, you were going to tell me about what you learned yesterday.
Of course, allow me to give you a full report. And we told him everything.
Thank you for that. Allow me to apologize on Judy's behalf.
I'm so sorry. It's fine, Mr. Tangaroa. As I told her yesterday, the important thing is that we learn the truth in the end. Now, would you mind if I ask you a question or two?
By all means, I'm gladly share all that I can.
What can you tell me about the contestants who took part in the final round of the contest?
Let's see. There was Miss Scone. I loved her design concept. Unfortunately, her entry was in violation of the rules, and so I had to disqualify her. Mr. Gusto's creations were a perfect balance of flavor and design, at least up through the semi-final. Disappointingly, his entry for the final was subpar on both counts. And there was actually something a little unusual about his entry for the semi-final as well. Which was, it tasted identical to Mr. Frost's. They may have looked different, but I could have sworn I was eating the same thing.
Huh? And what exactly did his work look like?
Oh, there should be a photograph back in my mansion.
I'll show it to you later, Mr. Edgeworth.
Much appreciated, Miss Mound. Mr. Frost's entry for the finals, that was truly sublime.
So we were able to finish judging it, even though his body has been discovered in the meantime.
Yes, I wasn't aware of what had happened until after I completed my assessment. Mr. Frost wasn't in his room when I visited, so I took the liberty of sampling a bit. Out of the line, I believe. I'd never tasted anything like it. It's like a dream. I was so moved that I burst into song.
I'm sorry, but are you saying that the liar tasted good? I'd like to hear more about that, if you don't mind. You're quite sure it was the liar you tasted when you sampled Mr. Frost's work?
I'm certain of it. It was part of a Gemini sculpture, which was the only sculpture in the display case.
Mr. Tangaroa, would you mind taking a look at this photograph for me? So the part you tried was the liar, the one showed here without any strings.
Oh, there were strings originally. It was the part I ate.
So the strings were missing because Mr. Tangaroa ate them all, and he enjoyed them. Miss Goon told us she ate a part of the liar as well, but she said it was far too salty for her to finish.
And it's true. The truth is, I've suspected for a while that there might be something wrong with my sense of taste.
Something wrong? How so, exactly?
It's a taste disorder characterized by the inability to detect salty flavors. I suspect I've been suffering from it.
Okay.
I eat so many sweet foods on a daily basis that it took a while for me to even notice, and I might also have diabetes. But there's no denying it now.
That would explain why the food here seems so bland to him. What? But your taste buds are your livelihood. Even if there was some long-term treatment option, I highly doubt a total cure for your condition exists. Nevertheless, you should put in a request to the police for a proper evaluation.
No, that won't be necessary. I have a recipe for a cure back at my mansion.
You do?
I do. You can take a look at that for yourself if you like.
Samson, you can't show that recipe to just anybody.
Judy, Mr. Edgeworth is hardly just anybody. He's my attorney, and I have no secrets from him.
Yes, you're right. Of course. If that's what you wish, then I really have no choice to make sure you don't get out of here. What on earth is the secret recipe for a miracle cure that they've been hiding? Well, I suppose I should be getting back. Alright, we'll be right behind you.
Judy.
Yes, Samson?
Yes, there's more to life than just me. Please, Judy, think about the life you want to live. Because I won't always be around.
Don't say that. Without you, I don't have a life to live. So I'll be waiting, right there at the mansion, until you come home. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Wait, Miss Bound! Judy.
Oh, she seemed really upset. I thought I saw tears in her eyes. Why'd you even say all that to her?
Because I worry about her. She can't keep putting my needs ahead of her own.
What do you mean?
Her lead collection, the candy making. It's all because she thinks these things will make me happy. She never thinks about what she wants, what she likes. I just want her to be her own person and to choose her own destiny. The last thing I want is for her to miss out on all that life has to offer because of me.
I guess that makes sense.
He really does see her as an own child. What parent would want their child to walk their own path? What parent would do everything they could to protect them? I know exactly how he feels in this moment. I think I've asked of you everything I can for now, Mr. Tangaroa. We should be getting back to the scene of the crime.
Oh, you're leaving. I see. I suppose I'll be going back to the interrogation room for another session.
Yes, we'll have to do something about that.
You'll speak to the police for me.
Too. But I'll be putting something else in place as well. The ace up our sleeve for when the time comes.
I look forward to learning more. I'm counting on you, Mr. Edgeworth.
We'll be back to brief you, Mr. Tangaroa, every day. And Judy too.
Thank you, Eddie. I'll look forward to it.
Mr. Tangaroa, the interrogator will do everything in his power to extract a confession from you. I hate to see an innocent man suffer like this. But please, you have to do everything you can to hold out. If you can't, Mr. Von Karma will use that confession against you for as long as this case lasts. It will make it that much harder for me to save you.
I understand, and I'll try.
I won't give up until you're out of there, Mr. Tangaroa. You have my word on that. And I failed horribly. Detective Bad, thank you again for what you did earlier. Yeah, things turn.
What are you talking about?
Okay. There's no need to be shy about it.
Just never mind that now. I'm guessing you two are back here, looking to investigate some more.
Yeah, indeed. We need something solid if we're going to save Mr. Tangaroa.
Well, I hate to break it to you. Apart from this room, the whole place is on lockdown.
What? But we need to see those other rooms. This is Mr. Von Karma's doing, I presume.
Who else? Haven't seen autopsy report yet either. Guy's probably got a hand in that too. I don't expect to speak with anybody except us cops and Miss Bound. Everybody else is gone, and Dr. Von Karma will be handing out phone numbers.
This is all just a game to you. Why does he have to go so far? What's your plan of action, detective?
Same as before. Do what I can to help you uncover the truth, like I promised.
You have my gratitude. Just you wait, Mr. Von Karma. I'm gonna beat you and your bag of dirty tricks. Detective, may we conduct a brief investigation of this area?
Sure, but like I said, everybody else is off bounds. You probably won't be seeing those rooms again.
It's fine. As long as there's at least some way of continuing our investigation, we'll make do. I mean, this game, well, it's... The second one is called Prosecutor's Gambit. It seems like we're playing a lot of, defense attorney. Piano. It seems these instruments are used on Mr. Tangaroa and Miss Bound's TV show, Big and Bob. There's some sort of few things in here that aren't made of candy. Is it just me or does the detective seem a little disappointed? Okay. What about a fountain? Statues on the fountain depict cherubs enjoying some chocolate fondue. Wait, it's... How can you tell it's chocolate fondue? When there's no chocolate. But I guess it is the device.
All legs work, apparently. Gotta hand it to him.
They look so real. Detective, are you saying you have personally seen cherubs before? Yes, attorneys. Always poking holes in people's words. What? Did I do something wrong? Okay. Let's talk to this guy. Excuse me, may I ask what you're investigating? Sir, I'm analyzing the fountain water to see what might be in it, sir. And what did you find? Chocolate, and what looks like the kind of flavorings and colorings used in frozen desserts, sir. It literally is chocolate? The composition of the chocolate seems to be the same as that of Mr. Tangaroa's work. And the flavorings and colorings match the profile of those used in Mr. Frost's ice sculptures. Those little rivers flow from all four artists' room right here to this fountain, as that's how the stuff from the melted sculptures wound up in there. And that's all, sir. We also found blood. What? Why is there blood in the water? Think back to the investigation of the murder scene, detective. Take a look at the scene in front of us, detective. A very conspicuous pool of blood that should be here is clearly missing. You're right. Don't remember anybody mentioning they removed the blood with along with the body. The victim's blood was mysteriously absent. This was the part of the chocolate chest it had pooled on. I believe that the blood probably belonged to this guy.
Take that!
The victim, huh? I'll have the guy compared. The blood on the murder weapon. It's a match. The blood in the fountain is Frost's. But why would someone want to send the victim's blood downstream and into the fountain like this? And the blood stayed there. This was this like weird fountain. It's just like water is stagnant then. It's not like getting refreshed. Hello? It's bound. We're here to continue our investigation. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm so sorry about earlier. She's still looking kind of down in the dumps, Mr. E. She must have been greatly taken back by what Mr. Tangaroa had to say. I found a photograph of the semi-final entries for you. Here, it's all yours. Whoa, Miss Go sure knows how to make a cute cake. Yes, Samson loved her design for that one. And he loved the design. Wait, that's what Miss Bound is talking. Yes, Samson loved the design for that one, and he loved the designs and flavors of Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost's entries too. Only problem was, Samson mentioned earlier, they tasted exactly the same. However, their respective entries for the final tasted nothing like it seems. Is there anything else of note that changed between the semi-final and the final? Nothing major, but I guess there was one thing. Mr. Gusto's son was always here with him throughout the contest, but he was nowhere to be seen during the final. Why would his son come and hang out at a contest venue of all places? You're sure you're happy for us to keep hold of this? Of course, I hope it helps with your investigation. Oh, and I also have the book containing the recipe for the cure Samson mentioned. I've seen this book before. It was in the chocolate frame in the Tangaroa's room. That's right, he put it on display there so that everybody could see the grand prize. What? The cure is the ultimate cookbook? So it's not a book for dessert recipes, I take it? Oh no, we told the contestants, of course. I guess nobody told you yet. So the contestants all knew what the ultimate cookbook was this whole time. Cure for tasty orders and other chemical and pharmaceutical items. Oh wait, what do you mean? That part wasn't...
I'd like to hear more about the cookbook if you don't mind, Miss Bound. So if I understand correctly, the Ultimate Cookbook is actually a collection of recipes from different medicines. Exactly, or rather, totally new medications that haven't made it to the market yet, or tested, to be precise. The right buyer, a pharmaceutical company, for example, it would be worth a fortune.
But why make that the grand prize in a confectionery contest?
Mr. Tangaroa is the sole heir to the Tangaroa family and fortune. Perhaps you heard of the Tangaroa Group?
Tangaroa Group? Yeah, I think I've heard of them somewhere before. It's a major pharmaceutical corporation. Sells all kinds of pills and poisons.
Oh yeah, that new Cold Killer Pro has been making some real waves since it went on sale. I always reach for a Cold Killer when I'm feeling under the weather.
Oh, the Cold Killer. This is from case number...
No, Ace Attorney game number 2, I think.
Which is, never as eyes I've seen. I'd like to hear more about the Tangaroa Group if you don't mind.
Did Mr. Tangaroa not want to take over for his parents and go into the family business? Yeah, he preferred the idea of making people's lives better through the power of confectionery. His parents supported him in his quest to become the best in the world. And when he passed away, he inherited the cookbook. But why would he make such a valuable heirloom a mere contest prize? He's been hounded by so many people looking to make that book their own. He was tired of it. It would have been an insult to his parents' memory simply to give it away. So he decided to find somebody he felt was worthy of it.
I'll bet the board of directors loved that. Handing over the fruits of all their expensive research to someone else.
He hated the idea, of course, which is why Delisha entered the contest. The Tangaroa Group wanted her to win the book back for them.
So you knew she was a pharmacist after all along?
Yes, and not only that, I told her how to appeal to Samson's taste. I tried to help her win.
But why?
I wanted to protect Samson by protecting the Tangaroa Group. If that cookbook fell into other company's hands, the board would never forgive him. So I wanted to find a way to keep it with the company, but in a way that Samson couldn't object to.
So that's how Miss Gowan managed to make it so far in the contest she had no business taking part in. But Miss Gowan wasn't the only one pretending, wasn't she? Mr. Frost wasn't really a confectioner either, and still made it all the way to the final, just like she did. Not bad.
Yes, it's unbelievable, isn't it? Such a talented sculptor, and a gifted crafter of desserts too.
Gifted indeed, judging by the standard of his work in the final. How did one man produce pieces of that size and quality in such a short period of time?
I'm not sure I have much more to tell you. If there's anything else I can help you with, I'd be happy to, of course.
Suddenly very keen to ensure that she does all she can for Mr. Tangaroa. I could certainly use a cup of tea you made us yesterday if you wouldn't mind. I think that might help move the investigation along nicely. Ooh, I'll have some too. Your tea's to die for, Miss Bound. Maybe literally, not.
Well, how could I possibly refuse? I'll bring it right out.
You know, I think that cheered her up a little.
Investigation complete.
We've learned a little more about the contest's participants, but here's still one question involving Mr. Gusto for which we never got an answer. Nothing at all, Mr. Gusto? You went into Mr. Frost's room, did you? Perhaps you could tell us why.
Sure, I was...
What's he doing in Mr. Frost's room? That's not all. I also have questions about the work he submitted for the semi-finals. A confectioner who admits to lacking design sense, and a sculptor with it in spades. Mr. Gusto could not have hoped to win such a high-level contest by himself. Which is why I'm beginning to wonder if there was some sort of connection between him and Mr. Frost. Detective,
I need to ask Mr. Gusto a few questions. The story still doesn't quite add up for me.
Me neither. We need to figure out how to
get in touch with him.
do you know?
Oh, it's him. Him again.
Good luck with that, because I have no intention of allowing it.
Mr. Von Kara.
I'm already in the midst of my own investigation into Gusto. There is no need for the likes of you to pester him with the same question again. Tisk. I will, however, be happy to answer any questions you might have.
You seems dead set on preventing me from talking to Mr. Gusto, in which case, fine, then allow me to take you up on your offer.
Very well. What is it?
I'd like you to tell me about the connection between Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost.
The connection between Gusto and Frost? It was simply a matter of coincidence. They both happened to be taking part in the same contest.
Okay, that's it. And that's all?
That's all I have to say to you.
What? But that doesn't help us at all. We'll have to confront him with evidence if we want to draw the truth out of him. It's imperative that we do. He's certainly hiding something. Do I have evidence immediately saying that it's no mere coincidence? Well, we'll press this. Granted, it may have simply been coincidence that both entered the same competition. Doesn't rule out a connection of some other kind between the two of them.
I do hate to repeat myself, but if you don't have any pertinent evidence, then can you keep your mouth shut?
Guess I'll just do as he says for now, at least until I find evidence that proves Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost's connection.
Dude, the look in your eyes speaks volumes. Well, go on then. What are you trying to say?
Think out your mind, will you? Should I keep my mouth shut or not? Mr. Von Commerce keeping us away from the truth. It is the truth that's inconvenient.
There's something coming.
Since present the thing they shared to Mr. Von Commerce. I think it's... Oops. It's this one.
Objection!
I wonder if you could at least look at the two confections in the foreground for me, Mr. Von Karma. They were made for a contest semi-finals. Both are quite exquisitely crafted, wouldn't you agree?
Get to the point.
As the nameplates suggest, these were Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost's entries. Mr. Gusto told us that confectionery design was far from his strong suit, and yet his work in the picture is just as good as Mr. Frost's. Exactly as good, in fact. We learned from another witness that their two entries also tasted exactly the same.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting they were helping one another out. Let's take a closer look, shall we? At first glance, the two may appear to be superficially different. It soon becomes apparent there are significant similarities in how they were put together. They're made of the same ingredients, taste the same, and share a similar design aesthetic. This picture is proof positive that the two were working together.
If you figure that much out, I suppose there's little point in denying it.
Mr. Von Karma knew all along they were cooperating.
But I warned you, not what you're about to hear will be to your advantage. Let me confirm what you seem so desperate to prove. Gusto and Frost were indeed working together. Gusto spelled out the details of his relationship with Frost during his questioning last night. It seems they were helping one another right up until the day before the final.
So, you knew that the two were cooperating. Mr. Von Karma, why are you trying to bury the truth?
Please.
Enough with the bloody slender. I merely wanted to avoid you poking your nose around before I could provide proper context in court. It simply slipped my mind to explain that to you.
That doesn't explain why he's being so slippery with the facts, though. I need to figure out what it is he's hiding. I can't let things end like this.
Let me confirm.
Oh yeah, sorry. Let me press this one. Last night, after Mr. Frost's work melted, correct?
Yes, I interviewed Gustav personally.
Yeesh, a one-on-one with Mr. Von Karma. That must be terrifying.
Imagine Mr. Gustav probably meditated his way through the difficult parts.
No, certainly did not. Every time he closed his eyes, I brought him back with an almighty snap. No one dares to plead the fifth with me.
Okay. Did I even work on him?
And that is how I was able to perfectly learn every last detail of the Gustav and Frost's relationship.
Okay. Why were they cooperating?
Gustav's sense of design is subpar, and Frost was an amateur confectioner at best. Neither of them stood a chance of making it through the contest alone.
What was their end game? Why cooperate only until the day before the finals?
Gustav claims to have ended the scheme. Allegedly, he wanted to win the finals on his own merits. His one and only goal really was to be crowned the world's best confectioner, and his pride would not allow him to do so with the help of another.
Cheaters can only ever win hollow victories, I guess.
I was under the impression that their collaboration had only lasted through the semi-finals, but I'm starting to think it might have lasted up through the final itself. Mr. Von Karma, I'd like to ask you some more about how long they worked together for, if you don't mind.
If you must. There's no sense of design. The best.
Gustav's sense of design is subpar. Frost was an amateur confectioner at best. I don't think I have anything. Frost's sculpture was scrumptious except for the layer, which was salty. The two cooperated until the end before the... it was Frost? Which one? Frost or Gustav's was salty? Frost's sculptures were scrumptious except for the layer, which was salty. This one?
Objection!
Yeah, this one. They weren't working together during the finals? I find it a little hard to believe. This Scone is on record as having described Mr. Frost's creation as scrumptious. Now he was certainly skilled. I doubt even he could have become a world-class confectioner overnight. It seemed far more likely to me that he and Mr. Gustav were still cooperating during the finals.
How many times have I explained this to you? Assertions require proof, and one person's entirety. A subjective statement is not proof of anything. Besides, even amateurs can occasionally make delicious food. As Frost was simply lucky. My wife, for example.
You have a wife?
Is an amateur whose cooking puts first-class chefs to shame.
How is that not an entirely subjective statement?
Furthermore, you are ignoring another crucial part of the pharmacist's testimony. Namely...
Oh yeah, she does have a wife. He does have a wife because Jessica is his daughter.
Namely that she also describes some Frost's work as having been unbearably salty. In other words, your evidence actually shows that Frost failed to produce the perfect confectionery. Tisk. No more objections, I take it.
There must be some way I could prove that Gusto and Frost were still collaborating. Mr. E, something that's been on my mind.
Yes?
What is it, Daddy?
Mr. Frost's entry for the finals, wouldn't it have taken a while to make?
I would imagine so.
Making flavored water, freezing it all, and then carving 2 whole sculptures? Would he really have done all that and helped Mr. Gusto with his work? If it was me, I'd barely gotten as far as setting the flavored water up to freeze part. I just can't see how Mr. Frost could have pulled it off.
Perhaps there's some loyalty instinct in you after all, Eddie. I don't think that's really loyalty. The prawn rings suddenly point to another possibility. Eddie's right. Mr. Frost would have needed to freeze his own large blocks of flavored ice to create his art. There wouldn't have been time to do that during the contest itself. What must Mr. Frost have done in order to finish his flavored ice entry within the time limit? Make it out of something else entirely. Maybe it wasn't made out of flavored ice at all. Maybe Mr. Gunn simply had such strong teeth that he was able to crunch through about every verse. Nah, that doesn't make any sense. You would have needed time to freeze the ice. And time was one thing he didn't have on the tail of the contest. Yeah. He must have made a flavored ice the day before that. All he would have done to do was sculpt it.
What are you muttering about now?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just realized something, that's all. I realized that you're correct.
What? Mr. E? I hope you're not what you... I hope you know what you're doing. Oh, accepting defeat at last, are we?
Yeah. The only thing I'm accepting is that perhaps one of the things you said was true. They were helping one another until the day before the final. As you say, the day before the final really did mark the end of their collaboration. Mr. Frost's entry was carved entirely from blocks of flavored ice which would need at least a day to freeze, whose flavors would therefore have already been prepared by Mr. Gusto.
Yes, which lines up perfectly with what Gusto told me, and he helped Frost until the day before the final.
In that case, why didn't Mr. Frost reciprocate and help Mr. Gusto in return?
I can hardly be expected to read the minds of the dead.
Objection!
Perhaps not, but I imagine Mr. Gusto could tell us, so why don't you let us speak with him? Or do you still insist your interrogation was as thorough as you claim?
How dare you call my methods into question?
That's not my intention. I just don't understand why you would obstruct a perfectly valid line of inquiry. Give me a good reason as to why you're keeping Mr. Gusto from me.
One good reason? Certainly. Oh, and why have the Frost and Gusto's collaboration have absolutely no bearing on this case?
Objection!
How can you possibly say that with any certainty? If their relationship had broken down for some reason, it could very well have been the motive behind this murder.
Could it indeed? Then why did Gusto himself tell me all about it? Why did the man who seemed so keen on accusing Shadow Teasel of his collaboration with the prosecution? Please tell me you have proof, some proof, to back up your preposterous suspicions this time.
Mr. Gusto only acted suspiciously one time that we know of. I imagine Mr. Von Karma is aware of exactly what that suspicious action was, which means this is probably a trap.
Well, cat got your tongue.
Whatever it is a trap. I can't back down now. Mr. Gusto snuck into Mr. Frost's room, and we still don't know why. In fact, alone is reason enough to suspect him.
Tisk. If that's what you're only concerned, then allow me to clear it up for you.
I knew it was a trap.
I've seen worthwhile a trial, but consider the taste of things to come. Plus, I hate for the proceedings to drag on because of your needless interjections. Here, take a look at this.
They have children. That's Gusto and Frost.
Gusto and Frost, and their sons.
They visited his father daily up to the semi-final.
Gusto snuck into Frost's room in order to retrieve this photograph.
Why?
Seems their sons attended the same elementary school. Gusto was concerned at the fact of Mr. Frost and his acquaintance might place him under undue suspicion. A concern, as you have just proved, was entirely well-founded. Gusto's actions make perfect sense, and you have given me no reason to believe otherwise.
No! He's never going to let me talk to Mr. Gusto.
No, if you are quite done obstructing my investigation, I have things to be getting on with.
That smug, self-righteous jerk. I'll give him something to be getting on with. What do you do, Mr. E? Mr. Tangaroa's finished if we can't figure out something out. Things to be getting on with. What exactly could those things be? There's a body, a murder weapon, a suspect in custody. If the prosecutor means to pursue Mr. Tangaroa, surely they have all they need. So why is Mr. Von Karma still investigating a scene of the crime? Something on your mind, Mr. E? I'm missing something. Something important. Mr. Von Karma has everything he needs to proceed with the prosecution of Mr. Tangaroa. And yet, he still doesn't seem entirely confident of his case. If he was, why refuse to share information with Detective Bad?
Who else? Haven't seen. Don't toss the report yet either. That's probably got a hand in there too.
24 hours post-murder and there's still no autopsy report. In addition, we still haven't solved the mystery of what happened to the evidence that went missing. We'll look at the scene in front of us, Detective. A very conspicuous pool of blood that should be here is clearly missing.
You're right. Don't remember anybody mentioning that we moved the blood along with the body.
Evidence turned up not in Mr. Tangaroa's room, but in the most unusual place.
It's a merge. The blood in the fountain is Frost's.
So, there were no traces of Mr. Frost's blood left in Mr. Tangaroa's room. Yet we found some in the fountain instead. Why? Because it all flew into the pool. Somehow. Mr. Frost's blood went missing from the crime scene. The traces of it showed up in the fountain. Why go to the trouble of removing the blood from the scene after the body had been discovered? Why only the blood? Surely the body would have been in the way. Wait. Someone had moved the body aside to get to the blood. So the body might have been moved aside, or even removed from the scene of the crime entirely. After all, as far as we know, there's still no autopsy report. We've learned plenty about the murder weapon and suspect, very little about the body itself. Our assumption thus far has been that the body had been recovered by the forensics team. But if that assumption is false, what if Mr. Von Karma wouldn't show Detective Bad the autopsy report of something other than spite? What if we've been thinking about this the wrong way around all along? The question isn't why did Mr. Von Karma hold back information about the body? It's did Mr. Von Karma even have any information about the body in the first place? How do things look from that angle? Perhaps the body had been removed by the police in order to carry out an autopsy. Perhaps it had already been removed and hidden away by the culprit before their arrival.
Mr. E?
We both heard rumors about Mr. Von Karma's questionable methods, fabricated witness statements, shady deals, forged evidence, even.
Sure, everybody's heard of that stuff, but what's that got to do with us right now?
I would never judge a person on the basis of rumors alone. Even Mr. Von Karma. I try my best not to let my preconceptions color our interactions with him. Nonetheless, it appears he may have indeed be willing to twist the truth to his own ends.
Twist the truth? You mean it's being played dirty?
I fear he might have been, and still is. And I'm not about to let him get away with it.
Returning to the prosecutor's office. Don't breathe a word about ending that inferno to that inferno attorney.
Is that?
Hold it!
Yes, what is it now?
I have a few questions, Mr. Von Karma, about a certain fact you've been keeping from us.
Really? You mean to call the methods of an officially sanctioned investigation into question yet again? I'm warning you. If you obstruct the police in their work any further, there will be consequences.
Objection!
It's not the police I have an issue with, Mr. Von Karma. It's you.
What?
Isn't it on the prosecution to work out who the real culprit of a crime is?
What foolishness is this? I have no intention of debating what a prosecution's role is or is not with the likes of you. Let me make one thing clear. My job is to identify suspects and ensure that every last one of them is convicted at all costs. Believe me when I say I leave absolutely no room for doubt when I present perfect, unassailable cases.
Objection!
And how far would you go for your perfect cases? Would you create facts out of whole cloth, perhaps?
Huh. I thought you had outdone yourself already. I intend to accuse me of fabricating evidence.
I do. Because it is why you've done nothing but hinder Detective Bat from doing his job at every turn.
What are you talking about?
You didn't shut him out of the investigation because you wanted him to keep an eye on us. You did it to stop him from finding out that you don't have a body.
Whoa.
He doesn't have the body?
Ridiculous. You're clutching at straws. I would not tolerate more of your preposterous slander.
Allow us to examine it. Prove me wrong if you can.
Tisk. I'm afraid you have to try a little harder than that. I'm under no obligation whatsoever to prove your baseless accusations one way or another.
Objection!
As you must have seen for yourself, a piece of bloody chocolate is missing from the scene of the crime. Why did it disappear, and where did it go?
What does it matter? Some blood went missing from chest where the body was found, so what?
So, what indeed? That's precisely my question. If the body was still at the scene when the police got here, removing the blood would accomplish nothing. However, let us suppose for a moment that the body was not. Someone had wanted to erase any trace of what had happened in that room, and it all makes perfect sense.
What is this petty obsession with a bloodstain? But since it's so important to you, why don't you tell me where you believe it went?
Of course. After all, evidence is everything, as you never tire of telling us. I believe this should back up my theory quite nicely. Evidence do I have that shows where the blood from Mr. Ngozi went? What's blood was found up behind the crime scene?
Take
Fine,
that!
right? Traces of a victim's blood were found in the fountain. The body's in the fountain? Along with traces of the chocolate from Mr. Tangaroa's room. I believe the missing piece of salt bloodstained chocolate was dumped into the stream that flows to the fountain, which strongly points towards one certain fact. Someone purposely disposed of the blood after the body had been removed from his chest. Mr. Von Karma, where did you find the body?
You didn't find it, did you? Answer me. You... Did you get your hands on that kind of evidence? Neither authority nor the means to carry out that kind of analysis on the fountain water. No, I do. Curse you, bird. You've been a thorn in my side from the moment you were assigned. You're no longer. As of now, you're officially off the case. I was barely on you in the first place.
Mr. Von Karma, you still haven't answered my question. You admit it. We'll confirm that nobody was ever recovered.
Yes, tisk. It's really quite a claim, you know. One that you'll never find any proof for, I'm afraid.
What must I do to get an answer out of him?
No, if you don't mind, I've given you quite enough of my precious time already. I look forward to destroying you in court, Gregory Edgeworth. Your precious logic and theories won't save you then. Nothing will.
Mark my words, Mr. Von Karma. Your methods will be your undoing. No matter how you try to hide the truth, I'll bring it all to light in the end. We had to go the other way. Forgive me, Detective. I didn't mean to put you in a difficult position.
Don't sweat it. It was always gonna end this way. Honestly, nobody's ever sidelined me the way he did before. First time for everything, huh? You know, I think you might be right about the body being missing.
I am, and I'll prove it in court.
Well, if there's anything I can do to help, just say the word. Since you know, I'm off the case now.
It's very kind. I'm sorry to keep asking favors of you, Detective Matt. There's one more thing.
Hey, what are you guys whispering about? Come on, let me in on the secret.
Alright, Eddie. Detective, I was just arranging a little insurance for the trial. I think we have enough to see Mr. Tangaroa acquitted. I prefer to have an ace in the hole, just in case.
And what is it?
You'll find out in the courtroom.
Wait, what? You're letting me join you?
Of course I am. You're my assistant after all.
I'll be more than that. By next year, I'll be a full-fledged attorney, you know? And take on Mr. Von Karma together.
Indeed. Though I'm hoping we'll have freed Mr. Tangaroa there then. If we're up against Mr. Von Karma, we can't rule out the possibility that this might take some time.
Right. We'll do everything we can in the meantime. I knew we can beat Mr. Von Karma, Mr. E. I believe it. Believe it.
Can't allow Mr. Tangaroa to remain in prison for a crime he didn't commit. We won't. I'll expose Mr. Von Karma's lies if it's the last thing I do.
To be continued.
Yeah, there's so many parts to this case. I guess I think that we'll call it a day, because it's a pretty good place to end it, I think. Yeah, so anyone that's still here watching the VOD, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Oh, sorry. Enjoy the VOD. And we'll be back in the next session. Until then, take care everyone, stay hopeful but be critical. Bye bye, bye bye.